Don't realize is that rising hospital costs, prescription prices, and more people needing care all affect what Michigan families pay. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan is ready to help by lowering drug costs, focusing on preventive care, and improving quality while reducing unnecessary costs. Because affordability matters to everyone, and progress is happening. Learn more about what Blue Cross is doing to help at mibluedaily.com/affordability.
Back to the Metro Detroit Buick GMC Dealers broadcast booth. From the field, brought to you by Meyer, official partner of the Detroit Tigers.
And today in the From the Field report, we hear a part two of Daniela Bruce's conversation with Tigers pitcher Troy Melton.
The other pitching news of the weekend is Jackson Jobe is going to come back, and I think no one's more excited than him, but the stuff that you've seen from him, what kind of boost can he provide this team?
Yeah, I mean, I played with him a lot in the minor leagues, and I think he probably has the best stuff I've ever seen, especially from a teammate. I don't know, maybe Scoreboard guy has pretty good stuff too. But, he's special. I mean, he's a really, really, really good pitcher, and he's just scratching the surface of what he can be. I don't think he's shown the world yet how good he can be. So I'm really excited for him and how much work he's put in through this rehab process. I was with him for a small portion of it at the beginning of the year this year. So just seeing him back here and how happy he's been and how ready to go he is, it's awesome.
Has anyone ever asked you, like, how to describe stuff? I've had this discussion with, like, some pitchers before because you all say it, but what exactly are you talking about when you say, like, he's got the best stuff I've ever seen?
He throws everything really hard and it all moves a lot. I mean, that's a simple answer, but, like, even playing catch them, it's sharp, like, it moves faster than people, to someone that doesn't play, I guess it is hard to describe, but literally just bigger, faster, better.
Yeah, and you can see it, right?
Yes.
Like it's like,
Yes, it feels different when you catch it. It's a little bit, it hits your glove a little harder.
Yeah.
Obviously he's throwing really hard. I think that's the obvious one with him is he throws like 100. So, yeah, I mean, he's got the big slider. The changeup is disgusting. The curveball's really good. The fastball's hard and it has some hop to it. Like it's all really special, and he's a really special player.
Going back to you for just a little bit, where have you seen your game or your pitching abilities take the biggest steps over the last year or so?
Over the past year, a lot. I think since I've been in the major leagues, I think more of just the confidence of knowing that I can get out anybody at any given time. Obviously, if I make mistakes, they're going to capitalize on it. They're major league players too, but just having the confidence to have every pitch, and when I get the sign from Ding or Valencia now, like, I trust whatever I have out there. And I think that's kind of the story with any young pitchers. You just want to get that confidence. Like, everybody that has played in this league has played in this league for a reason, and it's just a consistency at a point of doing it every single time you go out there, and that's the hard part. So just having the confidence in my abilities, and that's been really the biggest thing.
You told me that a lot of the success that you've seen from your cutter, you credit to Dylan Dingler and at the time Jake Rogers just for calling it a lot. How much of the trust do you have to put in your catcher to know that maybe you don't feel 100% comfortable with that pitch yet, but they're calling it and you're going to throw it? Like, where does that come from?
I don't know. Honestly, I just see how much preparation they put into every game. Like, Ding does a full, like, deep dive on every pitch, every location, all this stuff. So he knows these hitters better than they know themselves, probably. So for me, if he even if I don't have full trust in a pitch like I did earlier with my cutter, I guess once you see results with it, and then you see how much effort he puts into it, and then he knows that the cutter's a good pitch in that spot. So just really trusting him and myself that it is good enough, and that I'll be fine if I make the right pitch.
Is this your first time Well, you're not pitching. Well, yes, you are, Sunday. In this ballpark, is this your first time?
Yeah, I've never been here.
Oh, okay.
In 2020, whatever it was last year, I wasn't even in Major League Spring Training ever, so I didn't come to this one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
What do you think? Have you been able to walk around yet?
Oh, yeah, I do. I do a stadium tour every time I go to a new stadium. For the first time, I walk around and see what it's like, and this is definitely a special one. Like the water right there, I'm a California guy, I like some water, so they have a cool, like, little yacht thing back there, and then they have obviously the splash landing, the McCovey Cove thing. It's awesome, really cool. The weather, it's like feels like October. It's colder. It's awesome. It's pretty special.
Did you walk up top so you could like see the whole view?
Oh yeah, I went up behind the scoreboard, and like I said, there's like a little yacht parking thing back there, and all the water down here to the right. It's special. Definitely different. I think it's the coolest thing about the major leagues as a player. Like, you see all these stadiums as a kid growing up, but you don't really go to all of them, obviously. It's pretty, if you do, it's pretty special, but they're all different, they're all unique, but they're all really cool in their own way, and I think This one I would put up there for one of the cooler ones for sure too, but it's really cool to go through and see everything, but this one is very cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Troy. I appreciate your time today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Detroit Tigers Baseball. Brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Ready to help. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Detroit Tigers radio network.
Summer is heating up at Jack Timmer Ford. This month, Ford AZ customers can get a 24-month lease on the 2026 F-150 Super Crew for $299 a month with $2,839 due at signing with no security deposit required. Includes $750 in renewal, always on ICI, and $500 in AXZD BFG open bonus cash, $3,000 in bonus cash, and $500 in summer sales event mega RCL.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Pack your bags. It's time for a road trip. In a brand new segment, we're hitting the road, and our first stop is a big one. It's Yankee Stadium. Opened in 2009, Yankee Stadium's majestic presentation reflects the iconic look of the original stadium that once stood just across the street. Make your way over to Monument Park to see a collection of plaques and retired numbers that honor both Yankee legends and baseball greats. Over at the Yankees Museum, look back at over 100 years of team history. Time to grab a bite to eat. Maybe the classic chicken bucket or the ice cream chicken bucket. Whatever your appetite, they've got something for you. But the main event is always Yankees baseball, and there's not a bad seat in the house. Sit with the bleacher creatures in right field and join in on the famous roll call. Or take your place in the judges' chambers. Action and history are at every turn, and all fans will find something to appreciate at the home of the Bronx Bombers.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Of the game from the Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers broadcast booth. Here are the voices of Tigers baseball, Dan Dickerson and Dan Petrie.
Breezy and cool by the bay in San Francisco. Hello again, everyone. We're getting ready for Game 2 of a 3-game weekend series. Tigers and Giants. Giants take Game 1. So the goal remains the same, Dan. Win the series, and to do that, you have to obviously win the game today to set yourself up for tomorrow. Jackson Jobe is on the mound for the Tigers. We talked about him a little bit earlier. This is a very exciting day because this third overall pick from now, incredibly, 5 years ago remains a very big part of this team's future.
Yeah, and I just remember when he got hurt and went down last year, it just seemed like he was starting to figure a lot of things out. He was starting to know what he had to do to succeed at the big league level with the stuff that he had. And, little did we know that he was hurt. So he's going to take that, being 100% or almost 100%, still coming back. But now he's learned a lot more about how to pitch in the major leagues.
He's been throwing for 7 months, he told us the other day. And then he got on the mound. I mean, it's obviously been a process. And as you said, Dr. Meister, who did the surgery, says it's going to be 18 to 24 months before you're fully healed. And that's just kind of typical with almost any major surgery. But obviously, he can come back now. But he has been built up the right way. He is feeling, and we've talked about this the last couple of days, quietly very confident about the stuff that he is bringing back to a major league mound. And then you always remember that AJ talks about guys who are coming back from rehab. Now it's that transition from rehabbing and rehab mode to competition mode at the major league level. That's always a big step, and that's why his outing today was going to be short anyway, but they're going to be keeping a very close eye on him for those stressful early pitches.
Yeah, a lot of different factors will weigh in to see exactly how long he'll go. They'd love to have him get the team into the middle innings, but there's going to a lot of different factors that are going to go into that. And just as Jackson Jobe was coming in from the bullpen, one thing that's a common is he was walking in with Dylan Dingler, and what a guy to have behind the plate with that demeanor of Dylan Dingler's to take Jackson Jobe through this first start back.
Throws on the first and just does get Kendall. He doesn't agree with that call. Now comes Lloyd McClendon again. And now Lloyd McClendon has been tossed.
And he just kicked some dirt and he's upset. And he's going to pull first base out and take it with him.
He's walking away with the first base bag. And I guess he's just going to walk off with it to the delight of this crowd.
You can describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Express Auto Wash, the official car wash of the Detroit Tigers. Fast, easy, clean, and free vacuums. Night 7:15 start. A couple hours before the game, the cloud cover rolled in, the marine layer, if you will, and then we could definitely see some fog wafting around the ballpark by the lights in center field as the game went on. The ball wasn't going anywhere. I think travels a little bit better in daytime, but this is a gorgeous day for baseball. Not a cloud in the sky by the bay. In 64 degrees as we get this game underway. The keys to the game brought to you by Rave Associates, proud distributors of Bell's Brewery, Founders, and Laundering. Dan, this game is, to me, beyond the Jackson Jobe start, all about can the Tigers get to Landon Roop's sinker? We saw two pitchers last night who just pounded the lefties in with sinkers. The Tigers have been one of the better teams in the American League hitting sinkers, led by a group of Ford, Torkelson, McGonigal, Torres, and Green. But I was really impressed, and this is a righty who will throw that sinker up and into lefties like we saw yesterday. Keys for the Tigers to get to Landon Roop.
And that's exactly it. It's that sinker, and they saw plenty of them last night. They did get 11 hits. Don't forget that they got a lot of people on base, just they were all singles. So a lot of that just has to be with that sinker. Also his changeup, very similar actions. Bring that ball up. Don't go, chasing that ball down in the strike zone, and also watch for the curveball. Very, very good curveball, especially with two strikes.
Tigers right in the thick of things, and we talked about the 6-team battle for one wild card spot going on right now. 6 teams within 2.5 games of one playoff spot because the Yankees and Boston are running away with the top 2 wild card spots. But let's talk about the Central, too. The Tigers are 3.5 games out of first place with Minnesota and Cleveland in between themselves and the Chicago White Sox, but that certainly now is the goal. Let's see if the Tigers can not only get back into the wild card picture, but absolutely, they've got opportunities coming up. Win the Central Division with a good last 2 months. Tigers come in at 56-60. The Giants 49-67. The Tigers now get ready to face the 27-year-old from Rocky Mountain, North Carolina, Landon Roop.
And he's lost his last 2 starts and has given up 9 runs in 8 1/3 innings.
with 7 walks, and that's a big problem. McGonigal at the plate. First pitch, fastball, swing, and a miss. And we are underway here at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Just a gorgeous setting for baseball. Good to have you along for the second game of this 3-game weekend series. Check swing and a pitch down, and McGonigal couldn't check it in time. He tapped it foul right at home plate. And quickly falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Reached 4 times in the game yesterday. The 7th time this year he's reached at least 4 times in a game. 14 other times he's reached at least 3 times. I mean, it's just been incredible consistency. Kevin McGonigal's rookie season is one of the most valuable players in the American League. Ground ball to second base, softly hit. Basabe waits for it, scoops it off the shoot top, slips to first. 1 up and 1 down. The numbers for Roop, he's got a 4.34 ERA, made 22 starts last year. His ERA was quite a bit lower last year. The one thing you notice, the walks have gone up. It's really hard to be consistent as a starter in the major leagues, and this is really through the decades. Liberatores has a fly ball to the right field corner. Lee on the run. Now he comes in. Wow. The wind indicating a breeze blowing out. It looked like he had to come in at the last minute because that got knocked down. He makes the catch near the right field corner.
Yeah, didn't that look like he was going directly to where that ball was going, and then it just hit a wall and came straight down, and then he had to adjust it and come in probably 3 to 5 steps to make that catch?
Flags, every flag in this ballpark is indicating a breeze that goes out, and this ballpark is so open air, I don't picture it swirling, but it sure looked like that got knocked down. Dingler takes the first pitch in, sinker in and off the plate. Again, a starter with a walk rate of 4 and above. It just makes it very hard to be consistent start to start. And the Giants have seen that with Roop this year. The 2 starts that Dan mentioned, the last 2 have been rough. He'd allowed 2 runs or fewer in 5 of the previous 6 starts. The 2-0. Off the plate and in and challenged.
Catcher's challenge in the pitch.
That's Drew Cavanaugh behind the plate today. 2 catchers without a lot of experience behind the plate. Cavanaugh gets good marks for his work.
Call is overturned. Count 2-1. San Francisco has 2 challenges remaining.
Adrian Johnson on the mic. He is our home plate umpire today, the crew chief, and there is a good chance you will be seeing a few of those today. Pitch is challenged. The 2-1, swinging a fly ball center field deep. Gilbert going back, and now he stops and makes the catch. That ball got knocked down. He was ready to go back to the track. Dingler hit it hard, lines out, and a 1-2-3 first for Landon Roop and the Giants. We enter the bottom of the first inning, second of a 3-game weekend series, scoreless in San Francisco. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Left center, Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it. It looked like it was going to be a really good play for Jeremy Profar. He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless.
Got it there?
Yes, indeed. And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild.
I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
That's up the middle, base hit. Maddox makes a turn. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close. He's going to miss. He didn't touch it. This is bizarre, folks. This is bizarre. That's unreal. What do you think? You ever seen that play before like that?
I've never seen anything like it.
This is my 1994 Topps card. This is an action shot. You know, I have no idea what I did this pitch, but it shows me, you know, good form, you know, head down, looking at the, path of the ball, swing, the bad front leg sort of straight. Yeah, I think that was a good at bat. I'm going to swear by it. I think I hit a home run this time.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
pitch today is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. First inning is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. No score, bottom of the first. The Giants now get ready to face the just-turned 24-year-old from Irving, Texas, making his first start since he faced the Giants at the end of May last year, Jackson Jobe. Bryce Eldridge at the plate. First pitch, fastball up and in, just off the plate at 97.
Probably good to remind everybody that he throws both the four-seam and the sinker, the slider, curveball, and changeup.
Swing and a miss. Oh, that's a good, hard fastball foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike. Eldridge at the plate. This is their top rookie. Breaking ball gets a called strike 2. That's the curveball. You figure all of the velocities that we're going to see today, Dan, will probably be a tick up from where he was last year. Swinging a foul to the screen. 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
That didn't take long.
We heard he was touching 100 on the rehab assignment. Working middle of the rubber into his motion, the pitch. Got him. Called third.
Batter challenging the pitch.
Beauty of a changeup, and it's being challenged, as you heard Adrian Johnson mention, and
Call's overturned. San Francisco has 2 challenges.
Again, this is likely to be a common theme today. The 2-2. Down and in, appealed to third. Ramon DeJesus says he did not go. Adrian Johnson behind the plate. Paul Clemens at first. Quinn Wolcott at second. Ramon DeJesus, third base umpire. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Wow. 100 by you. Dan, that it's not just 100. That's electric at the plate.
Against a guy that can hit that fastball, 98 and above, and he hit 100 again with that good extra life at it, and it took off, and he swung right underneath it.
Dan, that's a true backspin on the fastball. Jung-Hoo Lee takes a fastball low and in at 99. I mean, that thing stayed true to home plate. 2,500 spin on the four-seam fastball. 1-0, swinging a soft tap foul. He's feeling it right now. The slider is 90. The fastball is cruising at 99 and 100. Last year's average fastball was 96, a tick above that. The 1-1, ground ball up the middle, and that's where Javi Baez is. Comes up on him, but he fields it near the bag. Flips it to Torkelson. 2 up and 2 down. Jackson Jobe made 10 starts last year. I don't think he was healthy. Well, he said, I was pitching with my B- stuff because there was inflammation they were trying to get out. It wasn't going away, and that's why I ended up having Tommy John surgery. But, Dan, what a thing to learn. How to pitch when you don't have your best stuff.
Yeah, which is going to be a lot.
Willie Adames takes a pitch a little bit down and away. Ball 1 on Adames hitting 220 with power. He gave the Tigers a chance to win every time out. 1-0 in the dirt. And as you pointed out, they won his first 8 career starts, and they won 9 of the 10 starts. But he only got knocked around really in 1. And it wasn't with that one start that made you go, wow. But it was 3 runs or fewer in 9 of the 10 starts. Swinging a tap foul, and 2 runs or fewer, 6 of the 10 starts. And that's pitching with what he described as B- stuff.
And that's the thing, though. I mean, there's so many times over the course of 162 and 30 starts that you're not going to have your best stuff.
2-1, swinging a slicing foul. And we've heard from various pitchers through the years, and I think you kind of been in the same category. It's not the majority of starts that you have your best stuff.
And a lot of the times when you don't have your best stuff for whatever reason, you pitch some of your best games, whether it's oh gosh, I really have to pitch well today because I don't have my best stuff.
The 2-2 away. That was a hard slider at 92.
It almost looks like a cutter.
Doesn't it?
And that is going to be a tremendous pitch on lefties already coming in on their hands.
3-2 is popped up into shallow left field. Javi Baez will drift out, make the catch in shallow left center. Willie Adames, soft little pop-up, and a good return to the major leagues for Jackson Jobe. A 1-2-3 first, several 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. We head to the second inning scoreless. Tigers and Giants on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At Comerica Bank, we...
Says, who needs a beverage?
I need Look at this.
Beer. He wants a beer, guys.
I hope Todd remembers to say for it.
You have become a legend. 2 dislocated shoulders and a broken clavicle. Not a problem. I want to go party with that guy.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Green leads off. Time for dollars on deck. Tigers are now 1-2-3. Landon Roop, Green, Keith, and Torkelson against this righty. Works way over on the first base side of the rubber. First pitch sinks low and away. Heavy sinker in the mid-90s. So the guys you look to in this lineup to do some damage. Again, Riley Green, Kevin McGonigal, Gleyber Torres, and Spencer Torkelson have been the best against sinkers this year. The Tigers as a team, one of the best teams against sinkers. But it was kind of the story last night. 11 hits, 11 singles against some sinker ballers. Pitch way off the plate inside. Yanked a changeup low and in. And Riley Green has a good hitter's count, 2-1. The walks really kind of come and go for Landon Roop. 2-1, swing and a miss. Boy, that's a really good changeup.
It is, and it's much like Hauser last night. They're the same shape, the sinker and the changeup. Easy to get fooled.
2-2, swing and a miss. Boy, working quickly, back-to-back changeups. Gets Riley Green, first strikeout. Time for dollars on deck. If Spencer Torkelson now gets a hit this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's oldest business, largest Trex decking dealer. Lefties, righties, Landon Roop basically handles both the same. A little tougher on righties. First pitch sinker low and outside. It's a 94, 95 mile an hour sinker for Landon Roop. Stands at a slight angle to home plate. Step back with the left foot. Brings that left leg up. Turns, drives to home plate. Keith takes a pitch low and away, and it's 2-0. Giants in their City Connect uniforms today on this Saturday afternoon. Beige pants with the black and orange piping down the pant legs. The black jerseys with a described as kind of a psychedelic script Giants across the front. And it's a nod to concert posters from the Haight-Ashbury music scene of the 1970s. kind of a purple with the bubble lettering, pitch away, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Cole Keith. And I like it. It's a good look. Purple lettering, Giants across the front. The numbers in a light purple outlined in orange on the back. That brings up Torque. No score, second inning. Tigers had plenty of opportunities to score last night. They just couldn't get a big hit with men on base. First pitch cutter to Torque is up and in, strike one.
That's another pitch that he doesn't throw that often. And it doesn't break a whole lot, but it's just enough to kind of miss barrels and to get back into the count or get strike one.
Cued, ball down the first base line, hugging the line, and that'll be fielded by Roop, and they threw it away. Wow. We talk about balls cued off the end of the bat. That's the best example you'll ever see. It started 3 feet foul, and then it kept spinning back toward the first base line, and the Giants realized that was going to come back fair. Roop came over, picked it up fair, and then tried to get the ball around Torque, which was really hard. And everybody is safe on what should be a single for Torque.
It should be, and you're right. I mean, that couldn't have been cued any better. And almost was on the grass. Came within about a foot of the grass down the first base line. And Spencer Torkelson, there's no way he was in that baseline. He was within that box and way over to the right side.
Tony Vitello just came out to talk with Adrian Johnson, I think, about that very thing. And it's like, no, watch the replay. He stayed in foul territory the whole time.
Yes.
He actually gave the pitcher a throwing lane with so many runners. I would say the majority do not. So, one of the oddest singles you will see. He actually got the ball to Devers, but high foul fly out the bat of Max Clark deep down the right field line. It's just 309 down the right field line. So you think, well, why don't more people just hit the ball right down the line and put it into the bay? It's a 24-foot brick wall that you have to carry at 309. And then the wall goes quickly out to 365. Clark swings and pops it up softly down the left field line. Charging, and is Leonard Will. Oh, he overran it. Oh, my goodness. Everybody move up 90 feet. What an adventure these last two games. And the wind is definitely swirling in this ballpark. We have seen the outfielders, all three now, go after fly balls and have to make last-second adjustments on balls that got knocked down. And in this case, I think the ball got blown back over his head.
You know, and it did get knocked down, but he was there in plenty of time. And just in looking at him, his glasses were lit up. And I don't know if the sun posed a problem as well as the ball getting knocked down, but it just ended up going over his head, completely overran it.
Dan.
I know. Dan. I don't think so. It's
they
an error.
Gave him
it's an error.
A hit.
Yep.
Come on.
I know.
It's a.
That's a fly
what? Because
ball.
he didn't catch. Because he didn't touch it. He completely overran a ball that he was coming in on.
Correct.
He misplayed it. That is an error. Does ordinary effort make the catch? That's the standard. Answer, yes. And again, it's important because for that guy on the mound, and sometimes it's a Tiger on the mound, you have to score the game correctly. Because these now become earned runs should the Tigers score. Javi Baez takes first pitch from Roop away. Curveball misses, ball one. Has to be an accurate reflection of what unfolded on the field. And to call that a hit is not an accurate reflection of the job that Leonard did going after that ball. Baez takes a pitch away.
Boy, advantageous count here for Javi with the bases loaded, nowhere to put him.
If this is close, he'll be swinging the pitch. Sinker in. Wow. Seems like that's a pitch he would attack. Now he swings and it's a high fly ball, shallow center field. Basabe will be called off by Gilbert, and Gilbert will get the ball home quickly. No chance. It was maybe, 80 feet beyond the infield dirt when Gilbert made the catch. 2 outs, bases loaded. 4 times from the 5th to the 8th inning. The Tigers had at least 2 base runners on last night, and they didn't score any of those base runners.
Boy, again, Dan, this is really going to be something to watch because that ball went up in the air and it got knocked down severely again. I mean, that's really an infielder's ball.
McKinstry batting, he swings and pops it up, and this will end the inning. Assuming they can make the play. Gilbert looks like he completely lost looking into the sun, and then he made the catch. McKinstry had a great road trip, pops out. And the Tigers load him up with one out and do not score. This is the theme in the game last night. We go to the bottom of the second inning scoreless. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Fly ball in foul territory. Mike Felder was there, but could not hold on to the ball. Like he had it.
There's the ball there. And then that ball comes out of somebody's glove in the stands.
See, he thought the ball at his feet
was the ball in play.
Was the ball in play? He did, and he slapped his own glove, thinking he had missed the catch. When in essence he had it.
That is weird. That is a very weird play, and I don't ever want to see it again.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
It's a walking history book. It's ridiculous what he does.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Looked awfully good in that first inning. First pitch, fastball, 99 for a called strike to Rafael Devers right in the middle of the plate. Jackson Jobe definitely got bigger during his rehab, swinging a foul. I mean, he was solidly built last year, but Dan, I remember Casey Mize talking about when he was rehabbing from Tommy John. He's like, I knew I had to get bigger. And he got bigger and added weight the right way, but definitely in his legs. Change-up, swing and miss. Wow. How about that pitch? Diving down and away from Rafael Devers at 88.
Yeah, when you've got to try to catch up to 99 or 100, and then he drops this changeup with that kind of movement on it, that's pretty unfair. But how about Jackson Jobe? I don't think he's showing any nerves at all. That first inning, your first inning back, you got to have a little bit of jitters, a little bit of butterflies, but he didn't show it at all.
That brings up the righty Basabe. First pitch curveball misses up and in, not by much. Slavis Basabe just 24 at-bats, 3 home runs, 2 for 3 in the game last night. Not a power hitter on his way to the major leagues. Fastball fouled back to the screen. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. I wonder if that was a cutter or something, because every other fastball's been 99 or 100.
Yeah, batting practice fastball.
Yeah,
took a little bit off. Yeah.
No score, bottom of the second inning. The 1-1. Pitch a little bit low. 2-1 on Basabe. Today's game brought to you in part by Northville Lumber, the official lumberyard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Injury report brought to you every game by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers radio network. 2-1. Up and away with the curveball. Went to a 3-ball count on Adames. Got him to pop out to win the first. Devers just struck out on 3 pitches. Basabe now waiting on a 3-1. The pitch, swinging a foul to the screen. The Tigers always talk about you can get better when you're rehabbing. They want you to get better at something. As A.J. Hinch said, Jackson Jobe learned about pitching. He said that's all you can do. You can rehab and watch a lot of baseball and watch a lot of videos. And he says when you talk to him now, the first thing he talks about are some of the finer points of the art of pitching. And he says he's really grasping an understanding of things like getting to leverage, the importance of winning the race to 2 strikes, understanding how to attack lineups. Again, the 3-2, soft ground ball back to the mound, fielded by Jobe in front of the mound. He'll turn and flip it to Torkelson at first. 2 up and 2 down. It's a good job bouncing back from down 3-1. And the big emphasis for the Tigers on his rehab, and he only had 15 innings on his rehab, the strike throwing, and it not just being in the strike zone, but the quality of the strikes. And I think, Dan, they were really impressed with what they saw.
Well, so far, I mean, he's got not only the velocity is there, but tremendous movement.
First pitch, fastball, swing and a miss. That's a slider at 90 under the bat of Drew Gilbert, a lefty, strike 1.
I mean, he's already showing that really good four-seam fastball with a little extra hop, but a little tail to it. The sinker's moving extremely well, along with the changeup.
Fly ball, center field, deep. Clark back, shading his eyes from the sun. He's going to reach up and make the catch, bang into the wall and hang on. What a play by Max Clark on a day when the wind is swirling. The sun has been crushing San Francisco outfielders. Drew Clark hung with it and somehow made the catch, looking right into the sun, right against the wall. Fantastic play. 6 up, 6 down for Jackson Jobe in his first 2 innings of 2026. We head to the 3rd scoreless on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by
from a triple play to a 2-way star through a bracelet and the babe? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
This story starts way back in the early 20th century.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where you go? And he said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before, both across the country and around the world.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's back.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Inning of work. First pitch to McGonigal, breaking ball on the outer third. Called the strike, the 3rd challenge, and it's going to be the 3rd overturned call, because that was...
Call was overturned. Detroit has 2.
Clearly low.
Clearly low. I mean, it's just what we've seen with Adrian Johnson through the years. One of the more inconsistent strike zones, and he's been challenged a lot this year. Fly ball left field. Eddie's Leonard, who was in camp with the Tigers the last couple of years, goes back to his left, stops and makes the catch. we cannot figure out what the wind is doing. All we can tell you is that the flags to the right of the scoreboard are indicating a breeze out toward the bay. On top of the scoreboard, also, although they're drifting a little bit, Tanika Burrell, who is our engineer who's done a few games here, says, yeah, the wind will come in here and swirl. So we're going to go with her best knowledge, local knowledge, that even though it doesn't look like a ballpark where it will swirl, it is definitely swirling today because outfielders are being fooled. They're going back when they should be coming in. They're coming in when they should be going back. Gleyber Torres takes 0-1, a little bit low, 1 ball, 1 strike. I do believe that that's a gigantic scoreboard. You can picture it hitting the scoreboard and coming back in. We certainly see that. We see that at Comerica Park, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Wow. It looked like he guided that curveball up and away, cast it out there. Gleyber Torres swung and missed. 1-2. Tigers loaded him up last inning with 1 out and did not score. The 1-2. Fly ball center field, right to Gilbert. Didn't have to move a step. Makes the catch. That Max Clark catch was a thing of beauty. Again, given how tricky the wind appears to be for these outfielders. And looking right into the sun, Danny did everything perfectly. Shaded his eyes from the sun with his glove, tracked it, and made the catch, and then bumped pretty hard into the wall.
Yeah. I think these outfielders are starting to read the wind a little bit better.
Yeah. That brings up Dylan Dingler. First pitch at the knees. Changeup for a called strike 1. Dingler's hitting .275, 26 home runs, 79 RBIs. He's been on a tear since the beginning of June. The strike 1. Big breaking ball away. It's a slow curveball. About as slow as you see these days. 77-mile-an-hour curveball. And it's got some severe sweep to it, doesn't it, Dave?
It does. Got big downward action, but severe sweep from side to side.
1-1. Sinker. Changeup. Tap foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
But they do. That, I mean, when you look at that, it looks like a sinker because it's got the identical shape to it. The changeup and the sinker are almost identical with about maybe 6 miles an hour difference.
Roops 1-2, swing and a little tap foul. The emergency hack on the curveball. Dylan Dingler got a piece of it. Leading this Tigers team, home runs in each game in Seattle, 4 on the road trip. The 1-2, ground ball softly to third. Koss will pick it up and flip over to Devers at first. For the second time today, Roop goes to the 1-2-3 hitters. 1-2-3. We're at the bottom of the third inning, scoreless in San Francisco. Tigers trying to even the series at a game apiece. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
It's natural to have questions about what's...
Jumps into the netting, made the catch. Oh, what a grab by Angel Martinez.
Max Clark is feeling good. His second double in a row. That is a 3 for 4 in his major league debut.
Put him in an RBI spot and let him dance. 4 more RBIs for Sal Stewart tonight. The 2-run home run of the 4th and the 2-run single for Stewart here in the 8th.
Gunnar Henderson with his 4th triple of the year, a 2 RBI triple, and the Orioles 4 runs here in the bottom of the 7th, and there's the big knock by the kid, Gunnar Henderson, right there.
It is out of here! Say Doug! Say hello to L.A. 5-4 Red Sox!
Here's Austin Riley. Riley deep out to left center. It's at the track, it's at the wall, it's in the seats.
2-run homer, Austin Riley, as he swings the wood hard and pounds one over the left field wall. 3-0 Braves.
I thought that was going to go. That went even further than I thought it was going to go.
He crushed it.
He did.
433 feet, almost 107 off the bat. Had a feel good for Austin. Got that single last time, right? And this time, you like the matchup he had there.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Swing and a miss. Starts him off with a 96-mile-an-hour sinker. Jason says he's feeling good. He's been up since the All-Star break. Eddie's Leonard in camp the last 2 years of the Tigers. In 2024 and 2025. Tigers let him go at the end of spring training in 2025. Was with Atlanta AAA in last year, the 1-1. Pitched low and away. 96-mile-an-hour fastball misses. This young man impressed us. Milwaukee signed him in the offseason. They let him go a few weeks ago, and the Giants snapped him up, and this is his major league debut, his third game, but these are the first games he has played in the major leagues. That was a pretty wicked breaking ball down and away that got a funny swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Job 6'2", 220. Working middle of the rubber, delivers fastball, swing, and a miss. Wow. 99 with life at the plate. Wipes out Eddie's Leonard. Third strikeout for Jackson Job, all swinging.
And you can see the pitching that Job talked about wanting to do and learning was getting that 2-1 count and not giving in and throwing a cutter to get to 3-2, and then you're thinking he's going to protect and blows a fastball right by him.
First pitch curveball misses high and outside to Drew Cavanaugh. 7 up, 7 down. Drew Gilbert last inning hit a ball hard, deep to center field. That's the only hard hit ball so far. 3 have been struck out, couple of ground balls, the fly ball, and a pop-up. The 1-0. Fastball caught the outside edge. Adrian Johnson says strike 1. When he's letting it go, the 4-seam fastball is consistently right now cruising 99 and 100. The slider's at 90. The changeup missed a little bit low. He said that's the pitch that's probably going to be the last to come, and that's not unusual.
It's more of that feel pitch.
Working quickly, 2-1, swing and a miss. I mean, this fastball's getting on hitters quick, Dan.
You know,
I know it's 99 100, but they're really late.
I mean, I don't know how you can hit the secondary stuff if you're guarding against that.
2-2, fastball away. This is really fun to watch.
I mean, it's like you better get ready for a fastball and try to hit that, because the secondary stuff off of those fastballs are tough.
3-2, swinging a soft little tap foul. That was a 91-mile-an-hour slider just under the bat of Drew Cavanaugh. Got a slight piece of it. Pitch count at 39 with 1 out in the third. 3-2, swinging a foul over the screen. I like how he keeps filling up the strike zone. That's a good foul, by the way, on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, riding at the letters.
And this is where, it wouldn't surprise me just if he goes to something different.
Quick step back to the side, lifts the leg, drives to home plate, the pitch up and away. Drew Cavanaugh hit 250, a quiet 250 in his time in the major leagues. Just 56 at-bats, draws a walk. That's frustrating for Jackson Job.
Yeah, how about how quick, talking about things that he probably learned from sitting around, is just the pace. Like Tarek Skubal-esque pace. Just how fast he's getting that ball and just getting right back at it.
First pitch, slider backs up. It gets a called strike from Adrian Johnson. Christian Koss just 51 at-bats this year with the Giants, and he's hit 157 so far. Right-handed batter, upright stance, holds the bat upright with the hands up and away from the right shoulder. The strike 1. Swinging a foul out of play. That slider hung a little bit. That's not where he wanted it, and it was kind of an 88-mile-an-hour hanger, but Koss fouled it off 0-2. Lots of inexperience in this lineup on a daily basis now for the Giants with the injuries and the players traded away. The 0-2. Fastball buzzes him up and in at 97. Leans back out of the way, 1-2.
Yeah, don't get real comfortable in there. And it, wasn't real close to him, but just if it's over the plate, a little bit in, it's going to grab your attention.
The 1-2. Koss swings, taps it foul off his front leg. So a couple of long at-bats pushing the pitch count up here in the third inning. The most pitches that Jackson Joe threw on a rehab assignment was 69. That was an A ball. And they're just going to be watching this arm very closely. It's, again, a return to competition. That's an extra level of stress. He is still building the arm strength and the volume up, coming back from Tommy John. Jackson Jobe sets the 1-2, swinging a foul to the screen. They fouled off 98, 99, well above the belt, both Kavanaugh and now Koss. Koss debuted last year by hitting 260. It was kind of a quiet 260, meaning not much extra base power, very low walk rate. He's got solid bat-to-ball skills, and he's extending this at-bat. He's going to see at least 6 pitches. No score, bottom of the third. Again, the 1-2. Away. Just off the plate with a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. The 2-2. Check swing. Got him. I don't think he said he went too far because that pitch was in the strike zone, a curveball for a called third. So 15 pitches the last 2 batters. But that's a big strikeout for Jackson Jobe.
And you can see just with that high riding 4-seam fastball at the top of the strike zone,
perfect.
You can see where that curveball is going to freeze any hitter. It comes off looking like it's going to be high and then just goes right over the plate.
First pitch slider strike to Bryce Eldridge. Fun to see the 21-year-olds gather in center field pregame just to all say hello with all the showcases and all the touring that young players do. Clark, McGonigal, and Bryce Eldridge, who's at the plate. They all get to know each other. Swinging a high fly ball center field. Max Clark calling off McKinstry. He'll make the catch moving a few steps to his left and straightaway center. Bryce Eldridge, just a routine fly ball out to end the third. Walk goes no harm. Jackson Jobe flashing impressive stuff through 3. We head to the fourth, scoreless on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Lombard back to the plate. Hit in the air, deep left field. Torres back. George Lombard Jr. has entered the yard and left it. His first big league hit, his first big league homer.
To the dugouts going nuts. This is some debut. You know, you dream of this since you're a kid, and then it comes and it's all coming through. How much more do you want to be impressed? It was an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, I was worried about his left-handed wrist, but it appears Austin's okay.
Rowdy Tellez is a big man with a big personality. He's a playful guy. That's Rowdy saying, hey, man, I'm getting out of your way.
Nice play, JD. JD.
What a catch. They probably stuck with the pine tar.
No kidding. Look at this guy.
I mean, it comes off the screen, and he just bare hands it.
Four, five, six hitters, Green, Keith, and Torkelson against Landon Roop. First pitch to Riley. Sinker sinks a little bit low, 93-94. Generally on the sinker for Roop. With 17 inches of arm side run. That's the width of home plate, and that's a lot of run. Away from a lefty, into a righty. Breaking ball down. He's not throwing it. I mean, the heat maps are quite clear, Dan. He throws that sinker, the two-seamer, up to lefties to try to get that swing back, and he throws it down to righties. I mean, it's two different locations, depending on which side of the plate he's pitching to, the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Good changeup, terrific movement, 2-1.
Yeah, you think you're in a good spot, and okay, here comes that sinker, and it comes out of the hand looking exactly like one, but 6 miles an hour slower.
2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Back-to-back on the changeup. That's how we got Riley Green the first time. Struck him out. Riley's hit almost 300 with power against righties. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Wow. Tripled up on the changeup. They all looked the same. They all had tremendous movement, and you don't see that very often. That's a heck of a job, and he had Riley Green unbalanced the entire at-bat.
Yeah, really sold it with good motion, that good arm action where it looks like, ooh, I'm going to get a little bit extra on this, and it really sells your body, goes crazy, your arm speed, and then the ball never gets there.
First pitch to Cole Keith, swing and a miss on a changeup. That's 4 in a row now.
Yeah, you think he's locked in and got his release point just about perfect, 3 in a row.
Like you said, the arm action is so good, the movement is so good. He could just, feels like he could continue to just keep throwing that pitch. And he delivers a fastball high and away, about 6 miles an hour of separation between his sinker and the changeup. Working quickly over on the first base side of the rubber, drops the hands into his motion. The 1-1, soft tap foul, kicks off to the right. We saw a lot of that last night. We're seeing it again today, Dan. The pitch mix, and the Tigers just unable to make much solid contact. 11 singles last night. A lot of them were softly hit. And a lot of bounced balls fouled on the first and third base line. Keith's been on a nice roll for a month now. Pitch away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's two different contrasts. You got Jackson Jobe right up at triple figures with tremendous movement. And then you got Roop throwing about 7 miles an hour slower.
Yep. Swinging a foul to the screen, 2-2 still on Keith.
But the same kind of movement, not quite as hard as Jackson Jobe, but still got tremendous movement with all of his pitches. That's how he's successful.
Keith calls time, steps out of that left-handed batter's box. Today's game, this series, brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM. No score. We're in the fourth, the 2-2. Kind of guided the breaking ball away. You can see him on that curveball slow the arm motion, it feels like.
Yeah, and he does. He tries to just backdoor that, too.
Cole walked his first time up on 4 pitches, the 3-2 pitch here in the dirt, and he walks again. 1 out walk, that touched off. A little threat in the second inning, only because the Tigers had 2 of the odder hits you're going to see. The cue job off the end of the bat of Spencer Torkelson that hugged the first baseline. And then the pop fly should have been an error. I mean, we want Tiger hitters to get all the hits they can, but when your left fielder runs in under a high fly ball and overruns it, that can't be a hit. Torque swings, pops it up, shallow right field. Lee charging in. Basabe will make the catch in shallow right center. We've seen a lot of that today too, Dan, so it's either on the ground or popped up in the air. Torres has hit a pop-up. Baez, McKinstry, and now Torkelson.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating for these hitters because you're trying to keep the ball off the ground against a sinker baller and a changeup guy, and then if you hit the ball up in the air, it's not going anywhere. Roop's ERA is only a little bit lower at home, but what you do notice
what opponents hit here by OPS, 591, is much lower than it is on the road. And again, you would think most pitchers take to the mound here with a good deal of confidence, knowing the ball just doesn't travel here. Ground ball fouled on the first base line. 1-1 on Max Clark. 9 for 28 start to his major league career, and now with that air quotes hit his last time up. 10 for 29. Keith's at first with 2 outs. We're scoreless in the fourth. The 1-1 from Roop is fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. By the way, I had the wrong jersey for the Giants. They have 2 black jerseys, and this is the Gigantes jersey. It is kind of a light purple with the bubble lettering script across the front, but I want to make sure I got that right. 1-2. Keith takes off, swinging a foul to the screen. That's a good job by Max Clark, just protecting that runner, making sure that in the 2-strike count he didn't get rung up. But he probably chased ball 2.
Yeah, it's difficult to read, at least by my eyes, unless you get a real good close-up, but it's sharp when you see it up close.
The 1-2, soft tap foul. It really is. It's a good-looking jersey. And the script Gigantes across the front is written in candlestick-era lettering. Apparently there's a particular type of lettering from 1983 to 1993.
I was going to say, kind of like Tigres.
Yep. Time called by Max, I think, at the plate. Baez waiting on deck. Tigers with 2 hits. Giants do not have a hit yet against Jackson Jobe, who has flashed some, eye-popping stuff.
Yes, he has.
The first 3 innings. It's been quite fun to watch. Clark waiting on another 1-2. Roop delivers. Swinging a little pop-up into shallow left center field. And a great running catch by Adames. I didn't think he had a chance. He ends up in deep left center field, splitting the gap between Gilbert and Leonard. Over the shoulder catch, a leap and a grab, and a fantastic play.
I just like you, Dan. I thought that was off the bat. That's going to drop, and out of nowhere, Adames just outran that ball over the shoulder like he's catching a pass for a touchdown.
Great play. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning.
First outing as a Dodger is in the books for Tarek Skubal. He strikes out 6, he walks 2, gives up a couple runs, the home run in the 3rd, and then the tough luck infield hit in the 6th.
And Luis Arise make a debut. He's 2 for 2 with 2 runs batted in, and it's 2-0 Phillies.
Welcome to the Rays, Liam Hicks, a grand slam, and it's 5-1 Rays.
Make it 2 for Willier. A big fly! Exclamation point! It is 14-2 Red Sox.
Torres back! George Lombard Jr. has entered the yard and left it. His first big league hit, his first big league homer.
And it is officially Tuesday. You wouldn't be able to tell in the stands because there's still a lot of energy.
We told him you got to dive and get dirty. They're supposed to dive at balls hit right at you. He just made every physics teacher in the country proud.
I don't know why it is in baseball they have the best bubble gum.
Painful foul ball off of Will Smith. You saw and heard Ohtani's reaction to it, and I don't think we need to show the replay of it.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Chance for Jung-Hoo Lee, left-hander leading off in the 4th inning. No score, Tigers
in Giants game 2 of a 3-game weekend series. First pitch from Jackson Jobe. Curveball tried to backdoor and missed away. Ball 1. Comes right back. Fastball, make it a slider on the inside edge for a called strike. Lee is from Korea, but he was born in Japan because his dad played in the Japanese major leagues. Changeup floats away, 2-1. This is a tough guy to walk. The Tigers actually did walk him. Kader Montero, unusual control issues, but this guy does not like to walk. Hitting 300 because he swings the bat. Ground ball to short, backhanded by Javi Baez. Plants, throws, bounced in, and another great pick by Torkelson at first. Whenever Javi Baez has time to throw, it can be a problem. And Spencer Torkelson just bailed him out with another great scoop. That is an in-between hop and a great glove.
You know, you and I watch Spencer Torkelson practice that all the time where, you know, they'll have Billy Boyer say, you know, out there hitting the fungos from second base to get used to those hops. That was exactly like one of those hops that they practice with the fungo.
Man, that's a good play.
Yes.
Catcher challenge in the pitch.
Sinker 97 in, challenged by Dylan Dingler.
Calls overturned. Detroit has 2 challenges.
4 overturned calls already. We're in the 4th inning. Each challenge by both teams has been successful. Strike 1 on Willie Adames, who just made that great play at shortstop. The strike 1 swing and a miss. Woo! Fell right across home plate after he couldn't find 99.
He took a shot, and you're not going to get many with the way Jackson Jobe is throwing, trying to select a pitch. And if you get a fastball, you've got to take a shot, and came up empty.
Adames trying to get all the body parts back in the right spot as he gets back in the right end of batter's box. The 0-2 away, breaking ball away. I think he hurt himself on that big swing.
Yeah, it was like he's loosening up his back again.
The 1-2. Swing in a high slicing foul down the right field line.
You know, also, Dan, I was looking after that big swing. Jackson Jobe was staring him down, too. I don't think he appreciated him taking that big swing.
The 1-2, swinging a tap foul. 98-mile-an-hour sinker up at the belt. So some long at-bats. Basabe, 7-pitch at-bat in the 2nd inning. Eldridge, a 7-pitch at-bat in the 1st. Kavanaugh saw 8 pitches and Koss saw 7 last inning. The 1-2. Line drive, base hit. 1 hop off the dirt past McGonigal, who lunged to his left, couldn't get it. Adames on a 1-2 singles. And the long at-bats are probably going to shorten this day for Jackson Jobe. He never did get 5 ups in the minor leagues in his rehab, meaning get to the 5th inning. Last time out, he said for him it was more about pitches thrown, and he was actually happy that he had some long at-bats in the minor leagues and ended up at 69 pitches through 4. Now the Tiger bullpen begins to stir. You would think he's about to throw a 61st pitch. First pitch, fastball strike on the outer edge to Rafael Devers. Left back at Adrian Johnson, but didn't challenge. You would think 70 is probably about the limit today. The strike 1. Ground ball fouled on the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Devers struck out on 3 pitches, first time up.
He got him with a good changeup that first at-bat. He's got a 4-seam fastball and a slider in the first 2 pitches here.
Jobe works middle of the rubber, glove on the left hip, ball behind the right as he gets the sign. Sets, holds the glove just above the belt, the 0-2. Little bit high with a fastball.
Boy, it was right where Dylan wanted it, too. He got up kind of out of his crouch, gave that target right up around the letters of Devers, and he just nailed it, just dotted that glove.
Devers having a very good year, the 1-2. Ground ball to second base. Torres will field, turn throw to second. Baez to Torkelson, and that's tailor-made. Hard hit, 4-6-3. Inning-ending double play. We'll see if Jackson Jobe gets the handshake, or will he come back out to at least begin the 5th inning? Heading down those dugout steps, first the umpire, Paul.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
It's time for another road trip. We're heading to Birdland. Welcome to Oriole Park at Camden Yards. Opened in 1992, Camden Yards set the standard for new ballparks. Creating the retro classic aesthetic of brick and steel, nestled into a bustling downtown neighborhood, Camden Yards breathed new life into Orioles baseball. Just steps from the Inner Harbor and a short walk from Babe Ruth's birthplace, Camden Yards is steeped in unique history and tradition. The 100-year-old B&O warehouse is a lefty's dream target in right field. Take a stroll on Utah Street and be on the lookout for bronze baseballs embedded in the road. These plaques mark where home runs landed over the right field fence. And of course, in 1995, this was the scene of Cal Ripken Jr. breaking Lou Gehrig's long-standing Iron Man streak. Join in on the Unified during the national anthem. Feeling crabby? Grab some loaded fries from Local Fry. Or maybe head over to Boog's Barbecue and indulge in the delicious 92 crab cake sandwich. The city of Baltimore loves their O's and their ballpark.
Oh, I got soda. All right. Who? Austin Barnes. How do you like rings? Okay. All right. Young Jackson Holiday, just wait. Jackson Holiday's good. Rick Cerrone, great hitting coach now. Yeah, Tony Gwynn. Also, that's good. That's a good card. Oh, these are like real ones. There's gum in it. 87, baby. These are. This gum's from 1987. Actually from 87? Go ahead, take a piece of that's 1987. Oh my God, that is gum. It's gum. I'm not taking a bite of it. I'm not taking a bite of it either.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Fifth inning is brought to you by Fiber Law. All they do is win. Javi Baez leads off. First pitch from Landon Root. Change up away. Little swing back. Got the called strike on the outside corner. 8-9-1 hitters Baez, McKinstry, and McGonigal against Root. Breaking ball, swing and miss. That's a curveball in the middle of the plate. Javi, bases loaded, 1 out, second inning. Got the count to his favor, 2-1, and then soft fly ball to center field for the second out. So shallow that there was no chance for Keith to score from third. McKinstry, 1 pitch later, flied out, and that was the end of that threat. The 0-2. Away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tigers have been putting together great connected at-bat innings throughout this road trip. Started the last couple of games against Baltimore. The 1-2. Swing and a pop-up to third base. Koss right at the bag, makes the catch, and he ended up in fair territory. 1 step in front of the bag. Javi pops out for the first out in the 5th inning. They've been scoring in a lot of the innings in Sacramento and in Seattle. And that's always the sign of an offense that's hitting on all cylinders, scoring runs early, middle, late, adding on runs, scoring in double digits 4 times in the span of 8 games. Zach McKinstry takes the first pitch, breaking ball over the middle of the plate for a called strike 1. Good curveball from Landon Root. This will end the second trip through the order for Root. It's a strike 1. Low and outside. Zach McKinstry 8 for 20 on the road trip coming into this game. A couple of doubles, but this is a good stretch, Dan, going back. It's 40 games now for Zach McKinstry. Of the kind of production we saw last year. Soft ground ball to first. Devers will grab it knee high to his left, over to the bag. Tiger with his left foot. 2 up and 2 down. No score in the 5th inning. That'll bring up Kevin McGonigal.
Well, it's almost like Roop has replaced his sinker with his changeup. Yeah. I mean, he's not throwing very many fastballs or sinkers at all now. It's just maybe he's showing it, but the majority of his straight pitches, if you would call them that, are changeups.
Yeah, it's heavy use of the changeup. Kevin McGonigal batting first pitch. Middle of the plate with the changeup.
Yeah.
The strike one. Away with the sinker. You look at the...
Catcher challenge on the pitch.
Wow. That's a strike. I'm not sure about this challenge.
No.
From Kavanaugh.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he might get the call.
Wow.
He did. Man, on our monitor...
Call's overturned.
Looked way outside, didn't it?
That offset camera today must be way offset here in San Francisco. That fooled me.
Me too.
Ty Madden getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. The 0-2. Ground ball softly to second. Basabe down to a need to field it. We'll flip it to Devers. We're going to go low for 3, and it's as easy as it gets for Roop through 5. Today's game brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. We go scoreless to the bottom of the 5th in San Francisco. This is the home.
Brings Harp up. Price is 0 for 3. Center field, that's it well. Going back on it is Young. Back toward the wall. Gone! Into the trees! 2-run home run, Bryce Harper! And a little breathing room for the Phillies late in the ball game. It is 6-3.
I told you to give him a pitch to hit or give him one pitch. That was pretty much a no-doubter to dead center.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive. Superman. Hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game. The pitcher hits it out.
A living, breathing statue. Shohei Ohtani. You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
In no regard for his body.
I don't even wait till it thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
This quiet confidence, like, wait do you see what I had compared to what you saw last year. Fastball strike 98 to Oslevis Basabe for a called strike 1 to start the bottom of the 5th inning, and now we understand why it felt like so quietly confident about what we were about to watch. Change up low and away, because through 4 innings this stuff has been electric. Fastball, curveball, change, and slider, ground ball to short, big hop for McGonigal. Fields and fires to Torkelson at first, 1 up and 1 down. Time Madden is loose and ready in the Tigers bullpen.
Well, McGonigal played that one just perfect, just saw where the hop was going to be, started to come in and said, nope, I can just stay right here, get the chest high hop, and then make that good throw over to first base.
1 hit, a Willie Adames, 1 hop off the dirt, single into left last inning. Drew Gilbert batting, hit the ball hard his first time up. One of the few hard hit balls today. Adames' single was hit hard. Slider down and into Gilbert. Nothing else had been hit hard today, other than Gilbert's fly ball deep to center field. Clark made a nice play on it. Slider 91, misses in, 2-0.
You wonder just how much better Jackson Job's going to get once he starts kind of healing or finishes the healing process.
Swinging a pop-up, shallow right field. McKinstry out. He's going to call off Gleyber Torres and make the catch. Shallow right field, moving toward the line. Gilbert flies out. 2 up, 2 down, 5th inning. So you would think, obviously, He gets Eddie's Leonard. His day is done because it'll be a 1-2-3-5. I would think either way, this is his last bet.
I think so, too. Yep. And I'm sure they spelled it out for Job also, and you know that he wants to finish this inning.
Soft little tapper to the right of the mound, fielded by Jackson Job. He'll lob it to Torkelson, and that's a 1-2-3. Probably finish of the day for Jackson Job. His 2026 debut is a gem. 5 shutout innings here in San Francisco. He gets the handshake from the manager of the entire dugout. Goes to those bottom steps.
Here's Luzardo. Came up with that sweeper last year, and he just really refined it this year, and that's why he throws it the most.
Swing and a miss. 3 pitches to Chaparro, and he's down on strikes. One sweeper after another. 2 outs.
What a great weapon he has come up with, has Luzardo. And you get 2 strikes on hitters, and you can drop that thing on you, and it's just so hard to lay off.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. And the side is retired. 8 pitches, 2 strikeouts. We'll head to the bottom of the first with a brand new lineup for the Phils.
Swing and a miss. He got him. So he comes back to get the strikeout. A couple of them in the inning. A hit and a walk as well. 2 men left aboard.
Swing and a miss. Luzardo gets it with a sweeper. 7 strikeouts. And he leaves one in scoring position. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left.
Number 7 on the night for Luzardo, who has 7 zeros on the board tonight against the Nationals.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. No, this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Torres, Dingler, Green against Landon Roop, who has cruised to the first 19 batters of this game. First pitch to Gleyber Torres, breaking ball misses outside, ball 1. Torres with a fly ball to right field. Lee caught it running toward the corner, grounded out softly last time up, the 1-0. On the outside edge, what swing back on the sinker at 93. Started off the plate over in that left-handed batter's box, and then the run back onto the plate for the called strike. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. You can see him really, it feels like slow down that arm motion, but the hitters clearly can't do anything on the curveball. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Yeah, they're still swinging at the fastball because Gleyber was way out in front of that. And the thing, when Roop does throw the sinker, and he's staying out of the middle of the plate, he's putting it right on the corners.
The 1-2 guides the curveball again. Just the finish, I think, is what looks different on that curveball. But that's not what the hitter's looking at. Trying to figure out how to hit a ball that breaks way away from a righty. The 2-2 off the plate. Try to get a little swing back, a little too far outside. 2 walks today, both to Colt Keith. 6th pitch of the at-bat, the 3-2, swinging a foul over the screen. Down to our right. We're perched above home plate, just to the third base side in this beautiful ballpark, the club level. Lower level grandstands go from center field all the way around the foul pole to the right field foul pole. Club level foul pole to foul pole in the upper deck, the same. The 3-2. Down and in, he walked in.
Good start. That's exactly what the Tigers need, just to get on the scoreboard here, put a little pressure on that Giants. Tigers
have already had 3 shutouts on this road trip. They have been very productive on the offensive side. They've only given up 16 runs and outscored their opponents 55-16, a 5-2 road trip so far. Sinker down and into Dylan Dingler. This is the third trip through the order for Landon Roop, and this is when he struggles the most. The numbers go up noticeably. Averages go up, a little more power. The 1-0. Down and away. Guided the changeup low and away, and that's his weapon today.
Should get a good pitch to hit right here. Just keep that ball off the ground.
The 2-0. Way away. Wow. Big misses, and he's been all around the strike zone. Very efficient with his pitches today. 3-0 on Dylan Dingler. The pitch. Down, he walked him. Sinker below the knees. 4-pitch walk, back-to-back walks. As we said, the walks can come in bunches and just very unexpectedly. It was 70 pitches, 47 strikes before the 4-pitch walk. And that's going to prompt Kavanaugh, the catcher, to head out, and pitching coach Justin Message. The entire infield now will join this conversation for Riley Green. Riley Green this year against sinkers, and we talked about the Tiger hitters who hit the sinkers the best, has hit .421 against sinkers. That's 57 at-bats. Well, I guess the Giants knew that, Dan, because he hasn't seen a sinker over the plate today.
I was going to say, and you'll probably see that steady diet of change-ups, too, like he has in his first 2 at-bats. But you're right. I mean, Roop is cruising right along and real confident with his stuff. And then just, boom, next thing you know, you got first and second, nobody out on 2 walks.
7 of the last 8 pitches have been balls. Riley Green takes first pitch. Change-up runs off the plate, but caught the outside corner for a called strike 1, says Adrian Johnson. 2 on to start the 6th inning. Tigers looking for a big hit with men on base. It couldn't get one last night. The strike 1 in the dirt. Yeah, you wouldn't think, I mean, if you're Kavanaugh and you're Roop, you don't overthink this, right? Until he shows he can hit the changeup.
And Riley looked like he was looking for it there, because he just looked at it and followed it all the way in low.
The 1-1, swing and a miss. Incredible.
Yes.
It's nothing but changeups to Riley Green right now.
And he looked like he was out in front of that.
6 in a row going back to his last at-bat. 6 changeups in a row over the course of 2 at-bats. The 1-2 is swinging a soft tap foul. Another changeup. I mean, you just don't see this, Dan.
And I was going to say, I don't think you can go up there and look for a changeup. I mean, you might be able to, and then just, shoot it into the opposite way. But
right. It's hard to,
especially with that motion, that deceptive whipping action from Roop.
The 1-2 is swing and a miss with another changeup.
Wow.
That's one of the most stunning things I've seen against Riley Green in the course of 2 at-bats, to see 8 consecutive changeups.
That looked
and
like
strike out twice.
Yeah, that looked like it was low right out of his hand, too.
Sure did. It bounced. 3 strikeouts, all on changeups for Green against Roop today. Keith has walked twice. First pitch, sinker is up.
Yeah, now what's he going to do? He hasn't really come close to throwing Cole Keith a strike.
2 on, 1 out, the 1-0. Low and away. He just doesn't look interested.
No, he doesn't.
Strike.
No, he doesn't.
4-pitch walk first time up. Did get ahead 1 and 2 in his second at bat, but then walked him. Now the good hitters count for a hot hitter. The 2-0 up and in. 3-0. Going back to when Colt Keith felt like he found the timing on his toe tap, and really his leg kick. He's hit .342 with power. The 3-0, low and away.
Not close.
How about it? A 4-pitch walk to load the bases. 2 4-pitch walks. For a guy who had been cruising along, there had been almost no hard contact. against Landon Roop, and now he walks the bases loaded here in the 6th inning of a scoreless game, and his day will be done. Tony Vitello, the manager, coming out. The sun has broken through the clouds here in San Francisco. Tigers trying to take the lead on the Giants, trying to even up the series at a game apiece. We're scoreless in the 6th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. While the Giants go to their bullpen, we'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Oakland University, being golden is putting in the hard work.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Carter on the move. He dives and he makes the catch.
Junior get a glove on it. Second one. Massey to first in time for a double play.
A tough play for Allen. Bare hand play and a good one for Nick Allen.
Diving play. Cruz makes an incredible grab.
Gordon back to the wall and makes the catch up against the fence.
Diving stop by Turner. Scampers to his feet. Throws in time.
Dives. Backhand. Got it.
Nicely done by Trent Grisham.
The catch, put it on a show.
Leeds made the catch, slams into the wall, and hung it on. Warnick with a great diving play. Pajes makes a sliding catch. We've seen him do that several times this week.
Coming in Outman, and he'll dive and make the catch. Fine play.
That is spectacular. It's the Durbin D game.
One more dive to his left. Get the
Pitch and change brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Torkelson at the plate. First pitch. Low and outside, ball 1.
Yeah, Wynn appeared in that game last night, just threw 2/3 of an inning, only 11 pitches. Did give up a hit and a walk. And faced with a tough situation right here with Spencer Torkelson, who is having a great road trip.
The 1-0, swing and a miss. We talked about Torque was hitting home runs once every 12 at-bats. It was over about a month and a half, but he was hitting under 200. There were a lot of empty at-bats in between. Well, Dan, since we talked about it, he's on a roll. He's hit .339 his last 15 games. Pitch a little bit low. And it sounds funny to say, but to see the singles go to left, to center, to right, he's picking up his hits now.
And I asked him about that today, and he told me, he says, I just don't want to be known as a power hitter. I want to be known as a good hitter with power. And that's what he's doing on this road trip. Picked up his 13th hit on this road trip on that little squibber.
The 1-2, strike called, challenge by Torque, and I think he's going to win this one. My goodness, that's a big miss. This will be 5 for 5.
Calls overturned.
Challenges. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him. Pitch to contact reliever. This is a strikeout team with a very low strikeout rate. The 3-1. Off the plate and in. He walked him. What a rally. 4 walks. Produced the first run of the game. We'll go a long time before you see that.
Yeah, that's why Landon Roop did not want to come out of that game. But really, I mean, Tony Vitello didn't have much of a choice after, you walk the bases loaded, and how much rope can you give a guy, in the 6th inning with the pitch count climbing?
Brings up Max Clark. First pitch ground ball. Oh, foul. Almost over the bag. Oh, just foul. First base umpire Paul Clemens right on it. But it took a hop over the bag, and that's not an easy call for that first base umpire. When it's hit on a skip. Strike 1. Clark today has been credited with a hit on a misplayed fly ball and then a hit taken away and a great play by Adames. The strike one. On the outside edge at 97 for a called strike. Wynn came in the game yesterday, gave up a single to McGonigal, got a double play ball, and then walked Dylan Dingler. Walk rate at 3.5, strikeout rate at 7 per 9. Opponents have hit .218 with no power against this righty. Big arm, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. It's a really good splitter.
Yep.
Clark strikes out. He has been pitched tough after the big opening weekend in Sacramento. 1 run in, 2 outs. Man, you don't want to just leave it at 1. Can Javi Baez deliver? He's been the best in these situations the last couple of years. Runners in scoring positions, swing and a miss. Had opportunities last night. Sees a first pitch slider. I don't know why you'd throw him anything else when you've got a slider like that. Slider splitter combination seems like.
It is.
Good work for this righty. Big, tall righty. Works first base side. Sets, holds glove at the belt. The strike one. Down and away. And he does go to the splitter.
Well, and if you're Kavanaugh too, and that's his most used pitch from Wynn is his split finger. And if you're Kavanaugh and you've got the bases loaded, you've got to really make sure, anticipate that ball is going to be in the dirt and do everything you can to smother it.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Slider's a pitch that he does not throw a whole lot, but he also knows how to attack Javi Baez.
Well, just now, Dan, we've had just nothing but just picture-perfect blue skies and sunshine, and now a little bit of shadows creeping in.
And they had the marine layer blocking the sun for a moment. Then the sun's back out. Now the marine layer moves back in. The 1-2 in the dirt. Kavanaugh blocks the slider. So again, a pitch he doesn't throw a lot. Wants to throw it, obviously, to Javi. He's thrown in 3 in this at-bat. Pitch that he throws 1 out of every 20 pitches. But that also means you don't throw it a lot. You can hang one. And I'd be all for that right here. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a 2-2. Away. 97-mile-an-hour fastball miss, and a murmur goes through the crowd here at Oracle Park.
Boy, and everybody's going to be on the move.
Javi's only walked 3 times all year. If this pitch is close, he'll be swinging. 3-2, runners go. Got him. A near perfect slider, outer third. Javi talking with Adrian Johnson. I think he called it right.
Yep.
A strikeout to end the inning. Tigers 4 walks, score the first run of the game. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Tigers. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
At Trinity Health, we believe every step, swing, and stride matters. Our orthopedic experts see you as a whole person and will create a treatment plan specific to your needs.
You've got to be very careful where you're going because you might not get there. But how exactly can you go from a yogi to a king to perfectos, the old professor, and pint talk? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998, Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
The rule was, can't be more than 18 inches of pine tar. Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
They might be going to call George Brett out. Well, he is. He's out. Yes, Brett is out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
as Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Stuff. You know, I didn't know what really to expect, but I don't know that I expected him to be quite this good.
First pitch down and in. Daniel Susak is pinch hitting for Drew Cavanaugh. This is the other part of the catching combo for the Giants. He is the right side of the platoon. He takes a pitch down and in. 1-0. Away on the back door. Perfect cutter for a called strike. Nice chat with Tyler today about his recent outings. He's been on a nice roll for a couple of months. Line drive to center field, hit hard. Max Clark a few steps to his left will make the catch. That ball was on the line and squared up right to Max Clark. But his outing the other day, Dan, was maybe the best
it was
of the year. 6 up, 6 down. Remember, he followed Drew Anderson, who was on a pitch count, and it was kind of the perfect pocket for him. It was 6 up, 6 down with ease, and just sharp.
It was. That's the great way to put it. It was with ease, and it was sharp, and it was just 2 perfect innings. And when you throw perfect innings, you've got to be extremely sharp, and that's exactly what Tyler Holton was.
Christian Koss tries to bunt his way on with McGonigal deep. He bunts it foul. Why not try a bunt with a third baseman deep and you're hitting 150? Tyler Holton is getting back on a roll. He said, you know, it's just been a year for him of it feels great, and it's just the sharpness, the feel on his pitches. He said it comes and goes, and it's just kind of the life of a reliever. And if you have a good outing, you have to say, well, that was nice, but now I got to go do it again. Pitch up and away. So what pitches do you feel the best about right now? And he said it really is the four seam and the cutter. Locating both very well, and that four-seam changeup combination away to righties also works very well. There's a changeup, swing and a miss, a wave by Christian Koss, 1-2. Fastball changeup combination gets him ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Look at this Tigers team and where they are, and we've talked a lot about the 6 teams battling for 1 playoff spot, but now you really think, all right, the thought now has to be fly ball to right field, McKinstry toward the line, Wynn pushes it, he comes back 2 steps to his right, makes the catch. The thought has to be, Dan, win the Central, because if you win the Central, you just might get a bye in the first round, given how weak the West is.
And I don't, everybody has been focusing on that wild card and sneaking back in the playoff race, but I don't know that AJ and everybody, the goal is always to win the Central, to win your division. And I'll bet you they never took their eyes off it.
Nope. Pitch up and in on Bryce Eldridge, left on left in this matchup. And if you look at, there are 4 teams right now. You've got Chicago 2 games ahead of Cleveland and Minnesota, 3.5 ahead of the Tigers. So the Tigers are trailing 3 teams. Ground ball to second base, and we'll have to pick this conversation up next inning because Gleyber Torres will field the knee-high bounce, flip it over to Torkelson at first. Bryce Eldridge grounds out, and that is another good 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Holton. Ahead of the 7th inning, Tigers hold on to a 1-0 lead after 6 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
For 40 years, United Wholesale Mortgage has been building the #1 team in the country.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
There goes Mosby. Picked a good pitch to go on. Terrible throw. Mosby doesn't know where the throw is. He's going back to first base. Is he going to steal first? He steals
Look
first.
at him.
Now he's going to steal second again. I've never seen it before.
Where's Evan Costello when you need him?
2 down for Matt Olson. Nelson looking for a 1-2-3 top of the first. Matt Olson drives it out to center. Thomas is back. Is it above the yellow line? It is, and it's a solo homer for Matt Olson to get the party started in the desert on this Thursday night.
Again, where do you want this pitch? You want it in the bottom half of the zone. That's where that 4-seam fastball was. That allows Matt Olson to get the barrel to it, and he smoked it.
So Atlanta with a 1-0 lead.
Beer, and more beer. Hey, it's like Jenga.
Broken bat for Freeland. Ball to second. Corner boots it. Everybody's safe. Whatever superstition you have, you're employing it right now.
Not sure why that was Barger's ball, and he misjudged it.
He literally has a shirt that says "dump here." He's got a 62 shirt. That's pretty awesome. That's just impressive preparation.
Nothing Tigers, 7th inning. 27-year-old from Cary, North Carolina, Trent Harris is on the mound for the San Francisco Giants. It has been a long road to the major leagues. He is making his major league debut. Right-hander on the mound. Fastball high and tight. Cutter at 94. Ball 1.
Pitched a week ago Friday. Been a little bit of a rest for him.
The 1-0 on the outside edge. Crowd appreciates his first major league strike. I love it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You got that 4-seam fastball that we just saw, and then all the breaking pitches: sweeper, slider, curveball.
Fly ball to the gap in right center field, and that ball is going to carry past Lee. And that's going to be a triple for Zach McKinstry. Round second, heading to third. Lee has trouble picking it up, and Billy Boy is going to wave him around third. He's heading home. Through to the plate. He'll score standing up. Inside the park, home run for Zach McKinstry. And the Tigers take a 2-0 lead.
What a huge run that is. Zach McKinstry, who's been setting up that top of the order so well, and he does it again, hitting that gap.
Oh, they're going to call it a ground rule double because he got stuck at the bottom of the fence in straightaway center. Tigers are going to think about asking for a review.
I mean, that's a shame because that's going to be a triple easy.
That ball barely got up against the padding. And Lee raised his arms. It's not like it was wedged in there. It was just at the bottom of the padding, and it stopped rolling.
I mean, that's that area, too, just perfectly placed where that's automatic triple territory out there. Oh, boy.
On third standing up. Well, I guess it's a smart play by Lee. He knew it was going to be a triple. He also knew that he could pick it up and get the ball in, but he wouldn't have prevented the triple. Wow. So, ground rule double. McKinstry at second. Strike 1 on Kevin McGonigal. Now lined by base hit softly over third base. That will score the run. McKinstry round third, and he will come home. Throw down to second base, and McGonigal slides in safely. Kevin McGonigal delivers. 2-0 Tigers in the 7th.
Another perfect example. Kevin McGonigal 0 for 3. And then the Tigers just pick up 1 run. They want to put a little more distance. They want to stretch this lead out. There's Kevin McGonigal again. with Zach McKinstry getting on base to turn for the top of the order, and Kev McGonigal comes up big with another base hit and an RBI.
And again, sloppy play in terms of throwing to the wrong base for the Giants. Left fielder Eddie Leonard had no chance to get McKinstry at home. He knew it, so he just kind of lobbed the ball into Koss at third base. And as soon as McKinstry saw that, or McGonigal saw that, he took off for second. But that throw, I mean, you've got to keep him at first.
Yeah. And Tigers will take that, and that's that good awareness in the base running.
Strike one to Gleyber Torres. Middle of the plate with 95 for a called strike two. So you've got a runner in scoring position because of, again, we saw this last night, throw to the wrong base. Basabe, the second baseman, trying to shorten the lead of McGonigal. Torres waiting on an 0-2. On the way, soft ground ball up the middle. Basabe will field it to the left of second, flip across his body to Devers at first. Gleyber Torres does the job. Makes a productive out. Gets McGonigal to third with one out for Dylan Dingler.
And this is one of the things down in AAA. Harris did have a lot of strikeouts, 52 strikeouts in 40 and a third innings. And you know he's going to be trying to get one here with that variety of all the breaking pitches that he has. And Dylan Dingler, boy, you know how much he likes RBIs. Just get one underneath and get it to that outfield.
First pitch to Dingler on the inside corner, strike one. This is a righty who is much tougher on lefties, as in 200 points of OPS better against lefties. And here's Dylan Dingler at the plate. His production this year has been against righties. The strike one. Swing and a pop-up, foul and out of play, so perhaps advantage Dingler in this at-bat, but he falls behind quickly. No balls and two strikes. Left side of the infield comes in tight. Adames, the shortstop, a step onto the infield grass. Koss at third is even with third base. Basabe at second, shades up the middle. He endeavors on the right side of the infield, also up to the grass. Full windup. The 0-2. Off the plate and in, and Susak just into the game, hovered the ball over his top of his helmet and decided not to challenge. He really wanted to.
It was very close, too.
The 1-2, high and away. He's got a sweeper as well as a cutter, as well as a four-seam.
He's got them all.
Yeah.
He's got them all. Everything that breaks, he's going to throw.
2-0 Tigers, man at third, one out. Trying to add on here in the seventh inning, the 2-2. Swinging a foul over the screen. Hardest working player is brought to you by Carhartt, proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball. The hardworking people who make it possible. This goes to Jackson Joe for his hard work the last 12 months. Since he began his rehab from Tommy John. The 2-2 is swinging a line right on the left field line. Hooking. Fair ball into the corner. Dylan Dingler, a rope. He'll cruise into second. McGonigal comes in to score. Dylan Dingler's 80th RBI of the year gives the Tigers a 3-0 lead in the seventh.
And you just knew he was going to go to that breaking ball, and he did get that sweeper. And just he comes right over the top with that motion, and I think it's very difficult for him to get the pitch down. This one lingers up on the inner third of the plate, belt high, and it's hammered by Dylan Dingler right down the line to plate the third run.
And that will end the Major League debut of Trent Harris. Tony Vitello out, double, single, double. Two big runs for the Tigers. And while the Giants go to the bullpen here in the seventh inning, 3-0 Tigers. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein at the Sam Bernstein Law.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
To like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here, like it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like It's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Right now for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Raver San Martin is in the game for the Giants. 1-2 lefties. Line drive into left field off the bat of Riley Green. It's going to drop for a base hit. Dylan Dingler read it off the bat. He was ready to cruise around third. Billy Boyer stopped him at third, but he read that ball perfectly. A flare of a line drive single. Green holds it first. Runners at the corners for the first 5 have reached here in the 7th.
Boy, I think Riley Green was just so happy to see something other than a changeup. He got that sinker and shot it into left field and didn't get the RBI, but still got that nice base hit to left.
He needed an at-bat in this game without seeing changeups. My goodness. Eduardo Valencia. Game ended last night with Valencia at the plate, and it was a great example of what a contrast. We were seeing two ballparks at the beginning of the road trip and at the end of the road trip that are at the opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of how the ball carries or does not carry. From Sacramento to here, Valencia crushed a ball to win the game last night. Up the right center field gap. Lee made a pretty easy running catch onto the track, but the ball jumped off his bat. Pinch hitting for Colt Keith, who walked 3 times today. Valencia takes a pitch outside, and one of the things we know, this is a guy who just consistently hits the ball hard. Swing and a soft little tap foul on a changeup down. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, Dan, just talking to him today, he had felt the same way we did. He said when he hit that ball and it left his bat, he was thinking it's going to be off that brick wall run out there in right center field. He was just as surprised as we were that it was caught.
The 1-1. Soft ground ball foul. Stays with the changeup, the lefty against the righty. San Martin has not had much time in the major leagues. 57 innings with Cincinnati 4 years ago. In total, he has 89 innings in parts of 5 seasons. This is his first year with San Francisco. He's now 30 years old, and he has had little success at the major league level. He has not been able to shut down righties. 1-2, up and in. Valencia raises hands up out of the way. We are so impressed with this young man and the at-bats that he has put together so far. Waiting on a 2-2. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Swinging a ground ball foul. Dylan Dingler jumps forward 1 giant step to get out of the way. Valencia 14 for 36. That's a cool 389 batting average. 7 extra base hits, including 4 home runs.
This just seems like a nice matchup for Valencia, too. Just not a fastball that's going to get by him.
Valencia takes a pitch away. Sinker 91. Yeah, we're kind of keeping an eye on the high velocity. Seem to give him trouble, but if it's below 95, look out. He's going to hit it hard somewhere.
And if it's sinking and it's out over that plate like it was last night, he's going to hit it hard somewhere.
3-2. Fly ball, center field, hit hard. Gilbert going back, and he will. He lost it in the sun and over his head up against the wall. Dingler's in to score. Green being waved around third. Valencia will stop at second base. Another Giants outfielder again losing the ball in the sun. 2-run double for Valencia, and the Tigers have a 5-0 lead in the 7th.
Same thing. Yep, lost the ball in the sun, went right over his head. Sunglasses are on the top of his hat rather than maybe on his eyes. And then he went back to pick it up by the fence and ended up dropping it. And that allowed Riley Green to come in and score.
Man. Low line drive. That's not the ball that you would picture giving an outfielder at this point, especially center field and right. That's not the ball you picture giving them problems.
And now he's putting his sunglasses on. He had them on the top of his hat and now puts them on.
You picture the fly ball that's up in the air more than the line drive, right? Torkelson takes a 1-0 strike. I think this is Tort's second challenge of the day. This is going to be very close. Every challenge has been successful by both teams.
Ball's overturned. Detroit has 2 counts.
I think that's now 7 for 7 challenges. 2-0 on Torque. Still only 1 out. 4 runs in the 7th inning. Tiger trying to make this a 6-2 start to this 9-game road trip. Ground ball to short. Adames a step to his right, knee high bounce. Plants throws. Gets Torque by a step and a half. Torque 1 for 2 with a walk in this game. Now 1 for 3. That's the second out. And that'll leave it up to Max Clark. 3 city West Coast trips. Let's face it, they're tough. The Tigers, if they can hold on to this lead today, put themselves in position to win all 3 series with the win tomorrow afternoon. Clark swings, taps it foul, sinker in, strike 1. 1 for 3 for Max.
Is that one of these pitchers that just seems like would be perfect for Max to slice that ball into left, get a breaking ball out over the plate?
Pitch off the plate and in. Lefties in his limited action this year are 3 for 8 against him. He's shut down lefties in his limited time in the major leagues. The problem is no such thing as a situational lefty anymore.
No.
There's not a job available if you can't get out righties. The 1-1. Fly ball center field. This one's deep. Gilbert on the run. Still going, and that ball is off the wall, at the base of the wall. Max Clark, full head of steam around second. Valencia has scored. Throw to third base. Not in time. Head first slide. Max Clark with a triple. 6-0 Tigers in the 7th inning. He smoked it to center.
Boy, and he did. He got that breaking ball, and it just stayed in the middle of the plate. Middle down. And a good-looking swing from Max Clark. Hit it right into deep center field. And again, it looked like Gilbert had some trouble with this one, too. Just like picking the ball up and then also just picking the ball up. All kinds of trouble out there.
And is it fun to watch Max Clark run the bases? He's got elite speed. Baez ground ball up the middle. Adames spins, fields and spins and throws. He will not be able to get Baez into score. Comes Clark, an infield single for Javi Baez. Tigers having some fun now. 7-0 lead, a 6-run 7th inning.
Boy, just the way that this game was, it was nip and tuck, 0-0, and then just 4 walks, and then just this explosion right here, and you love to see it, just the relentless attack in this inning. Just one hit after another, taking advantage of some misplays, but also just the really good at-bats.
These are the kinds of at-bats we've seen this entire road trip. And just, again, this has been a hot streak lately, but this has been since the beginning of June. Tigers were averaging over 5 runs a game, and then took it to another level for an 8-game stretch. And this will make it a 10-game stretch where they have scored 7 runs plus. I think it'll be 6 times now. Just consistent, connected at-bats, and you just wait for it. They haven't scored by the middle innings. Usually the explosion's going to come. Ground ball to second base. Basabe onto the outfield grounds will field and flip to Devers. On the 2-0, McKinstry, who started the inning with a double, bounces out. Tigers send 10 men to the plate and score 6. We head to the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by DTE. Score energy savings this season. Manage your energy bill when you visit dteenergy.com/save energy. 7-0.
Crochet goes down awkwardly on the mound. He caught the ball in the hat. So whose ball is it? It's a good question. I'm going to have to ask that lady from Philly.
Meanwhile, out the Cove, just going to sort of check and see what the score is.
I saw Rizzo jersey trying to make the play on that. Did it be? Rizzo hadn't. He literally hit it right to him.
That's why I'm retired, is what he just said.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Here comes DeLuca closing. Got it. Straight ahead. Nice job by Johnny DeLuca.
Snagged nicely by Young. Thornton gets over to cover and they get the out.
Makes a leap at the wall and he makes the grab. A great catch by Julio.
It is a long run and Jeremy gets there right in front of the sliding Lamont Wade Jr.
On the run is Crawford and he makes the sliding grab.
Diving stop Nunez. From his knees, throws to Garcia in time for the out at first.
Coming on for Osuna. He lays out and makes the catch. What a play, Alejandro Osuna. Diving stop, Miggy Rowe. He's still got it. Diving stop on one hop by Turner. To his feet, throws in time. Holy smokes. Mitchell coming on, slides and makes the catch.
A nice play by G-Mitch out there in center field.
Halpin going back on the run at the track, leaping up, and he makes the catch. What a play by Petey Halpin.
Jackson Jobe in his first start after Tommy John surgery. Last start before Tommy John was the Giants. The first start after against the Giants, and he was superb. It just gets you excited. Jung-Hoo Lee takes a fastball up and in from Holton. It worked a 1-2-3 sixth. Left on left in this matchup, fastball strike. We were talking earlier, Dan, about the Central Division race, and it's 4 teams within 3.5 games of each other. Chicago, Minnesota, Cleveland, the Tigers. In that order. The 1-1. Foul to the screen. The Tigers have by far the best run differential of the 4. They've got the 3rd best in the American League behind the Yankees and the Red Sox. And that does matter because that's telling a story. The Tigers are right now top 3 in run prevention in the American League. 1-2 away. And you want the highest correlation between teams that make the postseason and go on a deep run and run prevention. Is it offense or defense? Run prevention. Those teams are the ones who are there at the end of the year. The Tigers have been top 3 all year. Swinging a foul right at home plate. If you pair that with a top 5 offense, and the Tigers right now are 4th in the American League in run scoring, that's how you get to a plus 77 run differential. But it also tells you that there are a lot of strengths in this team that other teams ahead of them do not have. Chicago has the top offense in the American League. They are 9th in run prevention. Minnesota is 2nd in run scoring in the American League. They are bottom 3 in run prevention in the American League. Ground ball to second base. Gleyber Torres backhands it 2 steps to his right. Flips to Torkelson. 1 up and 1 down, 7th inning. Cleveland has terrific run prevention, although they are 6th. But they are 14th in offense in runs per game. So to me, the Tigers have the best balance of that group. And then it becomes, Dan, all right, you've subtracted Mize and Skubal. They're part of that run prevention. The guys who are stepping into the rotation, Jackson Jobe and Drew Anderson, have to be solid enough to make up for, you've lost 2 aces. And then to me, it's about the bullpen because I'm really highly confident that Drew Anderson and Jackson Jobe can do a better than average job filling in the rotation. I feel really good about Drew Anderson. What we watched with Jackson Jobe today was eye-opening. So then it becomes about the bullpen. And guys like Tyler Holton are going to be extremely important. Kenley Jansen has started to throw the ball well. And then A.J. Hinch, he figured it out a couple of years ago, figuring out who are the other guys he's going to give the biggest leverage innings to. And right now, that's very much a work in progress.
Yeah, it is. And I like the fact, too, is how many games remaining you have.
2-1, a strike at the knees. 2-2 on Willie Adames, 7-0 Tigers in the 7th.
With those teams in front of you, you know. I mean, there's a lot of teams in front of you, not only in the wild card, but in the division. but you kind of control what you're going to do. You don't have to hope for other teams to kind of lose when they're playing one another. You're playing all those teams, and you're playing them at home and on the road.
Adames takes the pitch a little bit low, 3-2.
Catch a challenge in a bit.
Dylan Dingler challenges the pitch. It's going to be close. Got the call.
Calls overtime.
Called a slump of the shoulders for Adames. I mean, it's right there at the bottom edge. Got the call. Third strike, though. Dylan Dingler's challenge. Not only challenge rate and success rate is phenomenal, but when he does it, I just can't get over how good he is. 2 outs, 7-0 Tigers in the 7th. No, the Tigers have home and away series against Cleveland, against Chicago, and I'm pretty sure against Minnesota.
Yep, they do.
Yeah. So they face all 3 teams, home and home, the rest of the way. Either 6 or 7 games remaining against each. But I just keep looking at the Tigers have the strengths that, to me, I wouldn't say makes them the favorite, but makes me believe they can go by all 3 teams and take over the top spot in the Central and hang on to it.
You know, you talk about Skubal and Mize and making up that difference, but one constant, though, is this offense has remained the same.
0-2, check swing. Did he go? He did not.
Boy.
Sure looked like he did. Devers at the plate, 1-2.
But that offense has remained consistent. And you know what? Max Clark has looked very comfortable. Is he, Kevin McGonigal, maybe not just yet, but he hasn't shown anything that's going to tell you that he can't turn into that.
He certainly added to the offense.
Yes.
1-2, swinging a foul over the screen.
And defense, I mean, now you just see a ball that goes out into center field, and you don't even have to really look anymore. It's just, that's going to be caught because of what he's providing out there. And then, like you said, it's the bullpen.
Yeah, and that's going to be the, I think, biggest factor. Swinging a slicing drive down the left field line. Riley Green over in, keeps running, but that's going to bounce foul and out of his reach. Yeah, then it becomes very much about the bullpen. But the offense, they didn't subtract anything from the offense at the trade deadline. And obviously, Max Clark has added a lot to this offense already. Valencia adds to this offense in a bench role. The run prevention, I think, will stay strong, but it does really depend a lot on, can A.J. Hinch find the right pieces mixing and matching at the back end of the bullpen. The 1-2, got him. That was a big sweeper that froze Devers. It started at his right hip and then snapped onto the plate. Tyler Holton's second straight 6 up, 6 down outing. Terrific. We played 7. Tigers trying to even this series.
Let's see how the big fastball for Miz works out.
Struck him out. Another fastball. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Always the big question is, how does somebody recover after their first start? You got all the jitters out after opening day.
I think he's back.
Still bringing some serious heat.
He's already got 3 over 100 today.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 101, and Mizorowski's got the juice working here this afternoon at American Family Field. Couple of Ks and a perfect first for Miz.
Biggest thing we're bringing is a brand new Tony Gwynn drop I did with his estate. So we just signed a deal at therealist.com to actually go through his entire archives, present them, and auction them off. And to announce it, we did this limited edition 1994 The Lost Season card. Because, between August of 93 and May of 95, Tony Gwynn batted .406 in 162 games. So in the back, we have the stats of what could have been.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
They've got a man picked off. Chavez hits the top of his hat. now they get Napoli at third base. How about that? It hit the top of the helmet of Chavez and bounced directly at an Angels infielder. A huge out here in the 7th inning.
Oh, they dodged a huge bullet there.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Kevin McGonigal at the plate. 2 base runners for the Giants in this game. Tigers hadn't done much more through 5, and then the starter Landon Roop, who had done a great job through 5, walked the bases loaded with 1 out in the 6th inning. The reliever came in, walked a run in. That was the Tigers' first run. They exploded for 6 in the 7th. Kevin McGonigal swings it in 0-1, bounces it foul, 1 for 4. Like we talk about all the time, if he goes 0 for during a game, that 4th at bat, you know he's going to do something. Or the next day, he's going to really do something. He'd been hitless his previous 2 games before reaching 4 times in the game last night. High fly ball slicing down the left field line. Eddie's Leonard comes in, makes the catch near the line. 1 up and 1 down. 8th inning. Let's check some scores from the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studios scoreboard. Brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Well, Boston was on such a roll that I had to get the research department on and what's the last team that went 35-5 in any 40 game stretch in the major league since your 1984 Detroit Tigers went 35-5, the best start that will never be equaled. So at any point in the season, had a team gone 35-5, and I only found one team that had.
Yeah.
Cleveland in 2017. And that was at the end of the year. They actually finished that year 42-8 and went on to win 102 games. But Dan, that's the only team that's done it at any time in the season since your 84 Tigers did it. And Boston was closing in on it.
Yep.
Boston was 32-5 in their last 37 before losing today to the A's in Boston. The A's had a 9-game losing streak, and you're happy for them because it's been a tough season.
Yeah, you figured that at some point they were just going to continue to play hard and be able to pull one out, and they did today.
Liberatores, it's a soft ground ball to short. Adames charges, fields a waist-high bounce, and flips it over to Devers at first. 6-3 putout for the second out in the 8th inning. So the A's slow down Boston for a day. It's still been a most remarkable run, 33-6, since they were 32-46, 14 games under the 500 mark. Pittsburgh beat the Mets 9-0. Trying to get back to the 500 mark, Pittsburgh is. Miami 7-0 over the Angels earlier today. Dylan Dingler takes first pitch ball 1 for 3, big RBI double in the 7-run 7th. He walked in his at-bat before. That helped load the bases in the inning where they scored the first run. Cleveland has a 2-0 lead over the White Sox. That game is now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gavin Williams on the mound for Cleveland, which means we do not see Gavin Williams, and that's just fine by me. Kay on the mound for the White Sox. They needed him to, log some innings today after the snafu yesterday. Minnesota right now 3-3 with Milwaukee. Dingler fouls the pitch out of play. 2-1 on Dylan Dingler. So Minnesota 3-3 with Milwaukee. Again, the Tigers 1.5 behind both Cleveland and Cleveland and Minnesota. Cleveland 2 games behind the White Sox. 4-team race in the Central, and again, Cleveland leading 2-1 in Chicago in the bottom of the 6th. Tiger homestand is Cleveland and Chicago starting Tuesday. Ground ball to third base. Cost comes in, fields, bobbles, and throws to first, and just gets Dingler at first base. A 1-2-3 8th inning for Seymour and the Giants. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers have a 7-0 lead, 6 outs away from evening up this series at a game apiece. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meijer.
Hit a home run this season on your next Ford vehicle lease or purchase at Varsity Ford in Ann Arbor. Proud to be family owned and operated for over 44.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai Cubs.
These are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
We're heading west to visit the back-to-back World Series champs. Welcome to Dodger Stadium. Home to the Los Angeles Dodgers since 1962, Dodger Stadium is the oldest ballpark west of the Mississippi. The ballpark is filled with reminders of Dodgers history dating all the way back to their former home in Brooklyn. But the main attraction sits up high, taking the breathtaking views of downtown Los Angeles and the San Gabriel Mountains beyond the outfield. Two distinct features of Dodger Stadium are the wavy roofs atop each of the outfield pavilions and the sunset-colored seats. There are plenty of good eats at Dodger Stadium, but you have to get yourself an iconic Dodger dog. Quick, settle into your seat because Shohei Ohtani is at the plate.
Oh, it's a home run!
And of course, the unicorn delivers. Be a part of history yourself with a trip to Dodger Stadium.
We talk about guys and who might step up, and I do again love Kenley Jansen, kind of just challenging everybody, but led by him. After the trade deadline, it's like we have to step up. I have to step up. Now, he's been pretty good for well over a month now. But that's a leader saying, just trying to deliver a message. Because 2 years ago, just remember, there was no obvious solution to how the Tigers were going to cover 9 innings, much less the high leverage innings at the back end of the game. And they figured out a way and put together a 2.71 ERA the last 51 games. Basabe takes a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike, and that brings us to Ty Madden, now in the game for the Tigers. Third pitch of the day. Pitch and change brought to you by Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. 1-1. Little pop fly, shallow left field. Riley Green coming in, but Baez will go out and make a nice easy catch into shallow left field. Boy, Javi's moving well, isn't he? Taking it for granted, at least I am, that, he's come back from a high ankle sprain that kept him out for 3 months, and he's covering ground on the infield and in the outfield and on those pop-ups. He's just moving really well. He looks terrific.
Well, I've said it multiple times just how much I enjoy watching Javier Baez play, whether it's at the plate, at shortstop, or center field, and he went way out into left field to make that play.
Fly ball to left field off the bat of Drew Gilbert. Back a step, in a step. Riley Green makes the catch, 2 up and 2 down. So Ty Madden has come back from the minor leagues. He's given up 1 run on 3 hits with 10 strikeouts in 10 innings. 7 walks, notable. But the command's been pretty good this year. Ty Madden in 30 innings has put together a 2.40 ERA. He could be he's my dark horse candidate to be a contributor at the back end.
Yeah, I mean, in his last 6 2/3 innings, he's only given up 2 hits, and that's no runs.
Eddie's Leonard takes the first pitch, slider for a strike.
In that one outing against the Cubs when he first came up, and you don't know what the travel situation was or anything like that, how he was feeling, where he walked 5. That's very uncharacteristic of him.
The stuff has been playing better at the major league level. Sinker in the dirt. Mentioned it earlier that he knew he had to change his delivery, and that's where Bachler came in. He said, I know what I'm feeling. And then he said, Bachler took over and said, all right, I've got some ideas. 1-1, swing and a miss. And it was just the whole thing of trying to open up to get more on the ball, and that almost never works well.
Yeah, you get around it, and you open up, and your arm never catches up, and it just kind of squirts out of your hand instead of driving that whole body that backside right through the catcher.
1-2, swinging a foul out of play, and we see pitches like that. That's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball that he's gotten back because he made those changes.
But all the information that's available to player development, it's all about that hawk eye. It's all about what you see with the eye. It's what the pitcher is feeling, how they can do that.
Line drive foul deep down the left field line. Splitter was up a little bit. Eddie's Leonard at the plate. It's still 1-2.
It's how you can, all that information, you put it in, a bowl and kind of mix it up. and then, it's up to Doug Bachler and everybody. And the same thing can go on the hitting side with Mike Hessman.
Yes.
The same thing. Everybody puts the information in, and it's up to them to get it done.
1-2. Cutter bounced up to home plate. But it's a nice pitch mix for Ty Madden. 30 innings of work. Walk rate of 3.5. Strikeout rate of 10. And opponents have hit 170 with a 5.10 OPS. The 2-2. Line drive into left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Riley Green over to field it on a couple of skips. These Giants fans, 35,000 plus today. Those who have stayed. That's not a Bronx cheer. That's a genuine cheer for the home team.
It's something to cheer about, even if it was just a base hit. But I find that player development just fascinating.
Yes.
About, okay, you've got the information, or, okay, you want to solve the problem, but now how do we go about solving that problem? And there's so many different things at their disposal now to get the job done.
Daniel Susak, second at bat, taps a sinker foul down the third base line, and understanding that everybody moves a little bit differently. What is going to be the best solution for you, Ty Madden?
Right.
You're feeling this. You're feeling like you're spinning a little bit too much on the mound. Then Doug Bachler understands what works for you. Swinging a foul out of play, and this Tigers coaching staff at the major league level figures out how to help. The data points are all about figuring out how your body is moving, how it might have changed over the last few weeks. Tigers are always monitoring it. If you're still pitching well, they'll just take note of it. If things start to go sideways, they can say, hey, we've noticed this. And they measure every point on your body and how it moves, swinging a foul out of play. Never forget Casey Mize telling me some years ago, they literally measure how quickly you do the lead leg block, when you straighten your leg after the delivery. Said I was just a little slow, because that's how finally they measure that movement.
Every movement. I mean, it is that Hawkeye. You can't hide anything.
The 0-2 soft tap foul. So just those kinds of things. They're like, hey, we noticed this, and then you work on it with a drill, work on it in the bullpen, on the mound, whatever it might be. Ty Madden feels, I think he's quietly very confident about where he is right now. His stuff is not being hit. The 0-2, swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt, and that was a slider that just dropped off the table.
It did look like a splitter, though.
Susak swings and misses. A good inning for Drew Madden. For Ty Madden here in the 8th inning. We head to the 9th. 7-0 Tigers. Trying to even the series at a game apiece. They're 3 outs away from doing that on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
If you're feeling crabby, check out some of these wild and weird moments from around the league.
Since going to tag out Bowers, who had the crab crawl back toward first base.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout?
Of course, catching it is one thing.
Whoa! Go through the 5-hole?
Yeah, it sure did. Now that's what you call really struggling.
Now let's see some animal instincts on display in the field.
Nico! Behind the back, what a play!
Get a load of this.
Say hey, Austin Martin right. He made an incredible catch.
And a liner caught by a leaping Bobby Witt Jr.
No question about that one.
Robles over, goes to a dive, and makes a tremendous catch.
Oh, I didn't give him a shot off the bat to come down to that baseball. Oh, highlight reel stuff from David Hamilton.
How about that?
Got a couple packs of Topps 2002. I'm going to open them up and
See who I played with.
Oh, Bartolo Colon. This is actually a pretty good pack. So I got a chance to play with Bartolo in Cleveland. Really good teammate, cool dude. It was fun, man. He was always a great hitter.
Woody Williams, probably one of the best Astro killers ever. You always enjoyed chewing the stale gum while you were looking for your heroes.
Williams pops it up. Another one for Jeffers. Well, the best part about it is that he can actually try to smile a little bit.
Jeffries laughs at himself, and I think that's cool, because I'm not laughing at his inability to catch the pop. And that's the way the game is. You have to be able to laugh at yourself a little bit.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Our buddy Kennedy, is now in at first base. One-time Tiger. He's been a one-time, well, like 6 other teams as well. But Buddy Kennedy's still in the major leagues, and I love it. Very popular. He's with the Tigers for just a brief little cup of coffee, more like an espresso. And he's just one of those guys. He's a lifer. And he does a lot of things well, and teams want him every year. 2-0 to Riley Green, up and in. Seymour on the mound. This is his second inning of work. 3-0 on Riley. So Koss, Basabe, Furman, and Kennedy from third over to first. Leonard, Gilbert, McRae left to right. Fastball up and in. Riley draws a 4-pitch walk. It was 4 walks that fueled the big inning in this game. Not the 6-run 7th, but the first run, Dan, was so important given how the Tigers had been shut down going back to the second inning of yesterday. 4 walks produced the first run in the 6th inning. It just felt like that one run was big.
It was. I mean, just the way that everybody was pitching and just the way that AJ was going to kind of manipulate the bullpen, the arms that he had available. You just felt like, boy, if you can get one run, I mean, the ball's, it's not going to get a hit out of the ballpark. I mean, it's going to take a blast to get it out.
Ben Malgeri will pinch run for Green at first.
So how are you going to score? I mean, that's why you just felt like one run, and then the bullpen arms that were available, it was going to be difficult for the Giants to come back and try to get one run of their own.
Valencia at the plate, swings at a fastball, 96-mile-an-hour fastball, fouls it out of play. Every Tigers home run this year is a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or Pizza Portal pickup. 7-0 Tigers in the 9th, the 1-1. Soft tap foul. Sinker at 95 right at the plate. Keith was in this spot in the lineup earlier. He walked 3 times. Valencia pinch hit in the 7th inning, delivered a 2-run double. Rushed it to deep center field. Everybody contributed in the 7th inning. McKinstry. Poor Gilbert got worn out in center field.
He's glad that sun disappeared behind that marine layer, too.
The 1-2. Fly ball, center field, hit hard. Gilbert back and now in. That marine layer comes in and it just feels like it just hovers over and covers the ballpark and decides that every ball is now going to die. Hit in the air.
Yeah, it's like it gets up in there and it somehow wraps its tentacles around it and just kind of pulls it right down.
Perfect description. I mean, that ball was hit hard, 100 off the bat, on a line, and Gilbert ran back and then stopped. He thought he was going to have to go to the track. That brings up Torque. First pitch, fastball up and away, 1 for 3 with a walk. His walk was the bases loaded walk that scored the first run. Let's check some scores in the 1-800-CALL-SAM Studio Scoreboard, brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Sinker, it's a good one. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yankees beat Atlanta 5-4. So both the Yankees and Boston trying to keep the heat on Tampa, but just very quietly, Tampa's built up a big lead. Pitch in and off the glove of Susac. That should be a passed ball to get Ben Malgeri down to second base. Has to be, right?
I mean, it
was
wasn't in the
almost
dirt.
belt high.
Yeah, it just
had a lot of run to it.
Spinning out of the way was torque.
Come on. A wild pitch. 2-1. Low and away. Dan, you've seen a few thousand pitches caught by catchers.
I know,
ball that's thigh high just because it's moving is a wild pitch.
I'd be upset if I were a pitcher. Like, you know, like if I throw one in the dirt, yeah, that's a wild pitch.
Yeah, you're not happy. Would you? Well, how would you score that?
No, that's
ground ball foul.
It's a pass ball. When it's in a sinker on the inside part of the
sinker
plate.
that just ran. Yep. Had some arm side run. Yeah, I get it, but it was thigh high.
And it's, I mean, torque is getting out of the way and twisting, but you know, you got to catch the ball with guys swinging in your face, and you know, so if you spin out of the way, you still have to be able to catch the baseball.
Again, these things matter for that guy in the mound. How the run is earned or unearned if they come around and score. Torque fouls it out of play.
Yeah, just to mention, too, that the Yankees just, you know, George Lombard's son, George Lombard Jr.,
so
with another home run, his second.
How exciting.
Yes.
2 for 3 with a home run today. Torque takes a pitch a little bit low and draws another walk. He's getting on base a lot. That home run for George Lombard Jr. came in the 7th inning in a 3-2 game to build the lead to 4-2. And again, the Yankees go on to the 5-4 win. It's just so exciting. One son, the 14th overall pick this year, just started his professional career at A-ball. The others just made it to the major leagues on the same day that Jacob debuted as a professional after just being drafted a few weeks ago. His older brother, George Jr., gets the call to the major leagues. Clark takes ball 1, 2 for 4 for Max Clark today. Triple to center field his last time up. Pitch way off the plate and in, off the glove of Susac. And Ben Malgeri will scoot over to third.
Ball getting sprayed quite a bit here by Seymour. He's really scuffling with his control.
That's a wild pitch because he missed his target quite a bit. 2-0. Seymour misses with a 94-mile-an-hour cutter, high and tight. Carson Seymour, just his 4th appearance in the major leagues with the Giants this year. Delivers a strike on the back door, 36 innings last year. ERA just under 5, pretty hittable with 9 home runs in 36 innings. This year has been a disaster. Giving up 8 runs on 13 hits in 7 innings. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts coming into this game. 2 on, 1 out. 3-1. Ground ball softly to first. Devers will field. Buddy Kennedy will field. Throw down to second for 1. The throw back to first goes right by Seymour. Doesn't matter. Ben Malgeri had already scored. Another game with 8 runs for the Tigers. And an 8-0 lead in the 9th.
Yeah, Max putting that ball in play, and there was no way that they were going to double him up. I mean, it wasn't a bad feed over to second base, but there's just no way with the way that Max Clark and the speed that he has, he beats that out easily.
That brings up Javi Baez. 8-0 Tigers. It was a 0-0 game through 5. Javi swings at the first pitch, fastball middle, 97, fouls it out of play. 1 for 4, infield single, scored the 6th and final run in the 7th inning. 1 run in the 6th, 6 in the 7th, 1 here in the 9th inning. It has been quite a road trip. The Tigers are 3 outs away from another shutout. Ground ball and a base hit into left field. Basabe Dovey had no chance. Max Clark will stop at second base. Eddie's Leonard gets the ball in quickly. Javi Baez has a 2-hit day. Brings up Zach McKinstry. Talk about how his bat has started to produce. The numbers still don't look pretty. Hitting 220, OPS at 630, but Dan, his OPS was down near 500 40 games ago. And now just quietly, steady. Zach McKinstry is at 280, drawing some walks, some extra base power in a 40-game stretch, covering 130 at-bats. Real consistency in those games.
Yeah, that average was way down there too, like probably about that same time.
Yeah.
Well below 200.
Down and in to Zach. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the quality of the at-bats is very consistent. Lots of line drives. Solid contact. Got that line drive stroke back. 8-0 Tigers. 2 on, 2 outs. The 1-1. Low and in. Riley Green started the inning with a 4-pitch walk. Valencia hit a ball sharply to center field for a line out. Fastball up and away. And Torque walked. A couple of wild pitches mixed in. Max Clark bounced into a 4, so now the single for Javi Baez, the 3-1. He walked him. Boy.
Catcher challenging the pitch.
No. No. This is a huge miss.
I think they're just trying. Just.
That was 2 balls with below the strike zone. Susac trying to give a little confidence to Seymour. Hey, I got you. Well, might have picked a better one to try to challenge. Pitching coach Justin Message out. Bases loaded for Kevin McGonigal. What a road trip this has been. What a 2 months it's been for the offense. Explosion of run scoring that we've seen lately has really been impressive, starting with a 14-0 win over Baltimore. 6 straight games scoring 8 runs or more. Now they scored 8 runs again. And let's not forget about the pitching side of the equation on this road trip. There have already been 3 shutouts, 3 outs away from a 4th. McGonigal swings and foul, tips it in and out of the glove of the catcher Susac. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Adrian Johnson just going to give Susac a little breather here. That foul tip kind of right off his, looked like his catching hand, kind of hit it kind of funny. Bent the glove back awkwardly.
McGonigal today 1 for 5. RBI single in the 6-run 7th. That was a big hit because at the time made it 2-0. Tigers are trying to pull away from the Giants, and they did in that inning. 1-1 strike. Perfect on the outside edge with a splitter. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a run in. Tigers trying to add to an 8-0 lead. They've now scored 86 runs their last 10 games. Up and away with some kind of a breaking ball. I think it was supposed to be a slider. 3-1. They make it 2-2 on McGonigal. 8 runs, 10 hits for the Tigers. No runs, 2 hits for the Giants. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, we got a tip. Tipped it and staying alive. We'll see at least 6 pitches in this trip to the plate.
But it's a cutter at 95. You can see that Seymour's got that nice arm. You see what they like about it. It's just kind of harnessing the command, throwing more strikes, but stuff is there.
McGonigal goes down, gets a splitter away. He's so good at that.
Yes.
As he said, I just get out on that front foot, and he's got the ability to, and he knows that's all he's going to do is foul it off, but he can foul it off to extend the at-bat.
And just bases loaded, you got to come in. He knows he's going to get a good pitch.
Time called by who? Must have been Susac.
Yeah.
McGonigal was diving out of the left-handed batter's box. The pitcher, Seymour, was surprised by the call. He stopped mid-motion. Must not have liked the call. He's like, no, let's not give him a fastball here. The 2-2. Swing and a soft tap foul. Cutter up. He's just getting on top of it, fouling it right at home plate.
You know he wants to throw it splitter, but does he want to go to 3-2? Or you know he doesn't want to go to 3-2 with all the runners taken off.
No. 2-2, soft tap down the first base line. It's not going to be an easy play, but nice job by Seymour. Right along the line, didn't have much of a throwing lane. Flips it down to Devers at first. A 1-3 put out. Ends the top of the ninth inning. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Tigers 3 outs away from a shutout. They got an 8-0 lead over the Giants. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win. Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get these results, but he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to have that moment and have everyone so excited to have a picture of you is a fun moment.
Homer to start the scoring and a 2-run single.
Oh, here goes another. Left center field. We wondered what it would be like for Junior in Colorado. It's 8-1 Rays on Junior's 32nd, and that was a rocket. Tell you what, folks, these next couple days, I want to at least make sure you tune in when Junior comes up to Coors Field.
I mean, my goodness, this was an absolute bullet. Both the home runs he's hit tonight is not just because they're in Colorado. They would have been gone anywhere.
Bottom of the ninth inning, 8-0 Tigers. Every Tiger pitching change. Brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. 3 base runners. That's the sum total of the Giants' offense today. A walk, 2 singles. Ty Madden will try to close it out. Talked a little bit about Ty Madden last inning. That the role that I can picture, again, he's been a starter. He's been working 3 and 4 innings sometimes at the major league level. He delivers a strike to Christian Koss. I mean, he could be kind of the right-handed role that Tyler Holton has filled. Multiple innings at a time, getting key outs. It could be middle of the game. It could be the end of the game. But his confidence is growing outing by outing. The stuff is good. He hasn't been hit. And I think Ty Madden just, again, quietly is going to sneak onto the radar. We'll just keep watching how A.J. Hinch uses him.
Just looking at Tyler Holton, and you look at Ty Madden, too, and just how, throwing strikes is a big deal, and they're not spraying the ball around. They're coming in and they're attacking these hitters. It's a big, big difference when you contrast both bullpens.
0-2, down and away. Check swing. Did he go? Boy, they're not calling any of these check swings, are they? Christian Koss gets a break on the appeal to Paul Clemens. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You feel good with the Tigers bullpen guys that they're going to come in, they're going to throw strikes, and they're going to beat the guys in the strikes. Every now and then they're going to get hit, but not very often.
Ground ball to short. Zach McKinstry has moved over to short. He'll field the waist high bounce and flip it to Torkelson. Defensive changes for the Tigers. How-Yu Lee came into pinch run for Javi Baez. He stays in the game at second, moving Mack over to short. So it's McGonigal, McKinstry, Lee, and Torkelson from third over to first. Then Mulgeri stays in the game. He's in left field. So it's Mulgeri in left, Clark in center, and James Outman in right. 8-0 Tigers, 1 out of the ninth inning. Madden from the full windup, arms over his head as he goes into his motion. First pitch away. Tried a breaking ball that misses to Bryce Eldridge.
Generally, they're going to make you beat them. They're not going to beat themselves by spraying the ball and walking a lot of people.
Ground ball wide of first, backhanded by Torque. He'll circle, flip it to Madden, covering the base. 3-1 put out, 2 outs in the ninth inning. Tomorrow afternoon, we always love watching this guy, Troy Melton, on the mound for the Tigers with a 7-1 record and a 1.58 ERA.
I tell you, yes, much like we were looking forward to seeing Jackson Joe pitch today, you always really are excited to watch Troy Melton. That's going to be a nice matchup because Logan Webb is really good, and we might have a game like today.
A few more sinkers again tomorrow.
And change-ups, yeah.
This is the team that throws the most sinkers in all of baseball, and we've seen a lot the last 2 days, and like you said, the changeup as well. Jung-Hoo Lee at the plate, last hope for the Giants. 1-0 fastball is fouled back. Dan, that fastball plays at the top of the strike zone, even, that was 92, even at 92. Nate Furman at the plate. Lee is out of the game. Furman takes a pitch away. So Furman, the last hope for the Giants, just came into the game defensively. Nate Furman.
But again, I just like the way Ty Madden attacks. I mean, they all have a good arsenal and just go right after them.
2-1, high and away. Much like we said with Drew Summers, it's about the strike throwing, the ability to stay in the strike zone, stay on the attack, find a way to get an out even when you fall behind. 3-1, the count on Nate Furman, left-handed batter, 0 for 5 this year for the Giants. 3-1, ground ball, second base. Hyu Lee will field, scoop, and flip over to Torkelson at first. Tigers win. Offense comes alive in the late innings, as it has done so often this road trip and for the last couple of months. The Tigers are now 6-2 on the road trip, and they're in position to take their third straight series on a 3-city West Coast swing. Terrific 2026 debut for Jackson Joe. Lots of people contributing in the 6-run 7th. Our final score, the Detroit Tigers even the series with the Giants with an 8-0 win.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just